Hi there, welcome to Grimdark and Dicey, and welcome back to A Ballad of Ash and Blood, a series on the channel where a group of lifelong friends get together and play Dungeons and Dragons.
Goddamn right we do.
We're not sponsored.
I don't know any of these people.
Welcome back to the channel if you're joining us from last week. If not, there are several episodes that you've missed. Go back and watch those. But today is the continuation of the story. And aside from that, no, there is one announcement that I can think of. We do have some other stuff in the works, sort of. We want to produce not just entertainment content, but also some educational stuff. So we're looking in the near future to be producing some sort of beginner series, how to play D&D, how to DM tips, etc., etc. So look forward to those. If you have any burning questions, like Duke, put them in the comments. Shoot us a message on Instagram or Twitter or anywhere you kids do socials these days. But that's in the works. That's coming.
People still using Getter?
Reach out on LinkedIn.
Look at our MySpace account, actually.
Gosh, MySpace.
I'm still not sure what DM means.
But without any further ado,
Dungeon Master.
No, direct message.
I think we're ready to dive into today's episode of A Ballad of Ash and Blood.
Let's get it.
And welcome back. When last we left off, our party had just docked at the city of Akaros, the military province of the United Kingdoms of Idalos, and entered the confines of the city to sit and have a drink and discuss the future of the relationship between the party and the captain of the ship, Zaharias, who saved you from the city, essentially, and gave you passage to Akaros.
Allegedly.
You guys shared a drink, shared words, and ultimately decided to accept a job that led you guys to the floating Nephritis camp, in which most of the guard of Akaros are trained and sort of produced. The job in which entailed retrieving a sort of magical substance called Jadarii shards from the tops of Mount Delgrad, a distant mountain that lies within the floating city. And it is here that our journey continues. You find yourselves at the foot of the mountain. The peaks, even at this height, still sort of surfaced by some clouds, just barely obscuring the tips in this early morning sunrise, as this sort of lavender blue sky greets you. The lot of you brush the sleep from your eyes and go about your morning. What would you like to do?
So this is the morning after that.
This is the morning after. So what would you guys like to do?
Given the lay of the land around us, how far off from the peak does it look like we are?
Relatively close. I would say you guys are probably within 100 yards of the foot of the mountain.
How tall is the mountain?
Verily. Very tall.
Huh?
Verily tall.
Verily it is.
I
Very
don't know.
tall or
I mean,
barely tall?
You don't have a tape measure on you. It's pretty freaking tall.
What if I have at least 4 rulers?
4 rulers?
Yeah.
How big are each rulers?
It's a ruler. It's 12 inches.
So 12 inches?
how-
You gauge it's at least 4 feet.
How many
damn.
multi-oxes?
How many multi-ox? At
In regular form.
probably 200 at least.
That's not too bad.
What would be the liquid volume of this mountain?
We know this mountain's at least 4
This
feet
is so much math.
What's the water displacement on the mountain?
So you guys find yourselves at the foot of the mountain. What would you like to do?
How long would it take us to get to the top of this mountain?
That's a great question. Probably from where you are now, an hour or two, probably 2 hours.
Okay.
It's relatively tall. There's not a
That's more of a hill.
2 hours?
really
2 hours
2
for
hour
a mountain?
climb? I mean,
Is there like
there's a
staircase?
path. Yeah,
Okay.
they come up here pretty frequently.
We are not freehanding.
Yeah,
this,
you're not.
just-
It's not Everest.
Why not?
That would be highly inefficient.
Because I don't
Actually,
have the levitate spell.
Maybe that
That's
would
why we
make
aren't
more
doing
sense. If this is a rite of passage trial type thing.
that. Yeah, I mean,
Climb that freaking
They
mountain.
got a freaking elevator.
Yeah, but then they gotta
just
get
waiting.
that chest down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna scoop up some of the ash from the campfire and just put it into a pouch
Okay,
on my
weirdo.
side.
Okay, make a Constitution save. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna look at you quizzically. It's a
I'll,
weird thing.
I'll ignore your gaze for now.
Can't ignore the gaze forever.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna stumble to my feet
Okay.
to look for something to drink, like water or coffee.
You guys got any water?
If anyone had
Yeah,
it
I'm actually
readily
just
available.
brewing a frappuccino over here.
Well, you know, I don't know if these camp people
He's got a Keurig.
got some of that.
Got that blueberry mountain pods, maybe.
Saying.
I think so.
Tea, maybe?
Some tea. Some Lipton.
Actually, just gonna look at you and just point to the
You
flask.
cleared me out. Like, you've already drank all of the wine I had.
Yeah, bro.
I have one wineskin. And
Where are you
drank
putting it
twice.
all?
In my belly.
You haven't peed once.
Yeah, he hasn't peed. There's not,
You
not
haven't
one.
peed since the boat.
It's implied.
I pooped.
It's implied. We don't have to RP to
You
pee.
don't have to.
That's what the P in RP
Oh,
stands for.
yeah. It's stored in the balls. Everybody knows that.
It was full.
What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna walk over to Bressius.
Every time.
Bressius.
The
Briseis.
manager of Bussin.
Sure. He's just kind of gathering himself as well, and as he kind of brushes his face and takes his long, exasperated sigh. Ah, good morning.
How are you holding up?
My back has this weird thing from sleeping on a root, I think, but other than that, I'm alright. Bit sore from the sparring, but
You're coping with being so far from the city. I know
Oh.
you didn't get out much.
well, this is all a new adventure for me, and yeah, just kind of taking it for what it is.
Well, if these griffins are anything like the bandits, this will be a decent fight.
I'm ready for it. I've trained most all of my life. I'm ready to stick them with the pointy end.
I was a bit out of it last time. I'm excited to actually see you in action.
Indeed, and you as well, and the lot of you. If there's anything, if the city of Myndontos was a preview, then I'm sure there will be some fireworks at the top of the summit. Summit of the mountain, top of the Pegasus-esque like wings.
Let's just.
We'll just cut all that. Why don't we just and welcome back.
Mercedes, you said your back was hurting?
Well, it's just a sort of twinge.
Open ball. I can help with that. I'm just gonna go behind you and do that little.
Oh. Well, that is good. Where did you learn that?
I'm a man of many talents. Then I'm gonna walk away.
Oh. Nice.
You know, last time I did this, it was a running joke for an entire campaign.
That's because
nobody-
you
nobody
were
saw
blowing
you.
his back out. You weren't cracking his back.
You disappeared into a tent.
So we just saw
then-
shadows going to town. Right there.
Sondrian? Argon?
Yeah, so are there any, like, large leaves that would cradle sort of a basin of water in them? Sort of a jungle, large leaf?
So most of the flora is like they're palm trees. So they're kind of
Okay, so you get that super big leaf. for
yes.
them.
So you could probably pick off like an individual little thing. What's the purpose of said receptacle?
So if I can take this, I'm just going to take the leaf off the tree
Yes.
and just sort of
Lick it.
easily, very lightly,
Yep.
just kind of put it over my back and just sort of wash myself.
Okay.
And
Like with the dew.
Yeah, with my many scars.
Okay.
They need routine cleaning.
Oh, yes. I have Aquaphor in my pouch if you'd like some.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, I'm sure the prodigy wizard couldn't figure out how to make aquaphor.
It is morning. The sun is up, and so am I. Good.
Fascinating.
All good facts.
I say this to no one, obviously.
It's just your normal wake up ritual. It is morning.
Morning.
I am awake.
I am awake.
I may now begin.
Right then.
He's going to say in giant, "Let's get this bread."
Roll
What
it in.
are you
into
doing?
the-
Oh,
Into the-
There's hair all in there, big
Dice
dog.
roll!
You are a monster.
Savage.
Don't eat,
Respect.
don't eat the ones on the bottom. Though.
Can I get a red blue window?
There's
Oh no.
subscribe to the Patreon. You get 1 free dice tray gummy worm.
We'll ship it to
Listen,
you.
I thought this was better than just constantly.
hair and all.
Probably right.
He's right.
I don't know about that.
So yeah, as you're kind of still in this the last light stages of sleep, Briseis kind of comes over and gently rustles you to wake. Thea. You're pretty jumpy.
Well,
You jolted on the ship when he woke you up too.
yeah, I've been through some
Everything
shit.
okay? Okay.
Wow.
I mean, imagine having to wake up to a guy who looks like Odysseus.
She saw Duke spear someone's
Yeah.
mouth out.
Yeah, bro. Like a scarecrow.
Cannibal Holocaust.
Not great. So he kind of just wakes you up and. Are you all right?
Yeah. Just having a bad dream.
Everything okay? All right. Are you ready to stab some what flying rats? What are they? Birds.
They're like griffins, aren't they?
Oh,
Yeah.
Made of stone.
Said griffins. multiple
stone
times.
griffins.
Are we all
I don't
in the
think
same
that's right.
tent?
They,
I'm gonna
They have
turn.
those
they have
gem shards on them. Those are
jade
stone, right?
wings.
I'll open my book of monsters, and I'll read. What? What does it say about?
You're reading about the Jadarii? What are you looking for?
Yeah, stuff about the dragons that we're about to kill. The
Dragons?
griffin
Griffins?
things. The gem.
Very,
Beasts.
very.
They're called Jadarii.
What would you
Yeah,
like to
that's-
know? What are you looking for specifically?
Just habits. Do I
They're pack hunters. They're animals of prey.
bring down the alpha and the rest scatter?
No, but there is an alpha. You read that,
I would name this creature.
but it's more of a hierarchical society. So when the alpha dies,
Next
the
one in
next
line?
next strongest takes his place.
Well, I'll just read it and then I'll look up and say, "This is useless," and I'll shut the book and put it away.
Hurtful.
I'll take off the alpha.
No more books for you.
I still got
Maltiak's about it.
2 more.
He's about that action. He's like,
Well,
give me the big boy.
it's about time we start heading up, isn't it?
Briseis is like intensely stretching. He's like stretching his hamstring.
I mean, it takes him 10 minutes to put on his armor, so we got time.
You know,
Is
you all
he in
want to
heavy armor?
get into this.
As far as I know.
I'm just gonna start walking.
I'll assist Brescia so his armor takes half as long to put on.
Okay. He really doesn't wear them. It's fine. Okay, so he's suited up. Everybody's got their armor on.
Yeah, my
Anything
pants
else
are
you want to do in the morning before you set off?
No, just gonna be following Taros.
Is it still unbearably hot?
It's warm. I mean, it's like a summer morning. It's probably 80 degrees already.
Gross.
Nice and humid too, because we're right next to the jungle.
Oh, God, I hate it.
Sorry about that.
Get up this mountain so it cools off.
This ain't the Four Seasons. Just the
Oh,
one.
Yeah,
it's
just
just
the
one
one.
Just the
sad,
one.
awful season. The worst one.
So you guys are heading up to the mountain then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do we know what this mountain's called?
Mount Delgrad. That's
I'm
what,
not gonna remember that.
That's what Schem told you.
Ah, good old Schem.
Good old Schem.
Delgrad mean anything in any language, or?
No, maybe.
It's
I
an,
don't-
an,
It
it's an
means
anagram.
It
I
means
just put
large
two,
mountain.
two sounds together in my mind brain.
Well, that's
I was
how
like,
words
that sounds
work.
like something. Doesn't sound like nothing.
It's an anagram for Gradled.
Yep. Maybe.
Very excited to go to Mount Gradled.
So you guys begin your ascent up the mountain, and it's relatively not easy. It's like a tough hike, pretty much.
Sure.
But it's by no means hazardous. You know,
Are there any bodies of anyone that's
what?
like taking this trek and
Oddly enough, yeah. I mean, there's
Who
like
said that? Hold on. Who said what?
That was
And that's Scooby Doo voice.
That's-
I couldn't track it.
Yeah, I mean, there's kind of the like roadkill esque pickings. So like human rib cages and kind of the vertebrae. By no means is it like littered with them, but yeah, absolutely. You as you're passing the mountain, there's like a couple skeleton, full skeletons here and the skull here.
but nothing like there's no like bags of items, like probably all that stuff's been taken by other people that have come before.
Most, yeah.
It's just like
So
Lootable adventure
you
pack.
actually don't see any.
Any loot boxes on the road?
The clothing that's on them is relatively minuscule.
They've been here for some time.
You gather. Make an insight check, actually.
Gotta avoid the gummies.
Oh, hey, look,
Oh my
double
God.
sword.
Black Razor.
Kuthesh.
Don't you talk to me about Black Razor.
Hey,
I'm so sorry.
a
17.
belt of
17.
giant strength.
As you kind of look at from one carcass to another, you notice that all of them are very inadequately equipped, seemingly. Like their equipment is minuscule. A lot of them are wearing like the remnants of pretty much a loincloth and maybe like a bandolier. But very light armor. There are no like provisions. You gather that they were sent up here to either quickly succeed or die.
I'm gonna not out loud to everybody, but loud enough to anyone nearby would hear it. Be like, they were sitting here to die.
Yeah, it was a trial. It's a coming of age. So I mean, yeah, survivor die.
This is a rite of passage. Many die on the road.
But they weren't even given a chance. I look at Zaharias and just kind of.
He's not here.
He's not.
I thought he came up with this.
Nope.
No.
It's a ghost.
Yeah, right.
It was a tree that looks like him, like a little shrub.
Then
He's going to look all the way down into the camp. Hey, fuck you.
Like Legolas.
What do your elven eyes see?
They're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
It's Zaharias, and he's disappointed.
they,
He's just like standing on a really tall hill, watching us the whole time.
they were never even given a chance.
This sparks a question we should consider as a group. I mean, between what Taros and
Briseis. Bussius.
said,
Sorry.
Zaharias was involved with what happened to Myndontos. They send people here to die or do their bidding.
You're thinking we could be going into a sort of place where they clean up loose ends.
We could be.
I know I didn't
And-
trust that guy.
But also, obviously, I think we are equipped enough, unlike some of these people here, to make it off this mountain.
He would not have sent us here with full gear, especially after seeing what we could do in the courtyard.
No, they
He
seem
knows
to-
we're capable, I'm sure.
They need those crystals for their shields. I don't think they send us here to
We're
die.
means to an end. We're not.
I would be more worried when we return with what they want.
My
than
main
on our
question
journey now.
is, what sort of relationship with Zaharias should we expect after this? What do we want?
We would be fools to trust him after this.
We should be wary. Just stay on guard. And try not to be surprised by anything.
Personally, I feel I don't know much about him. We've not really spent too much time with him. Granted, we heard the whispers, and
You've heard more than most of us.
still not enough to form an opinion either way. He seemed, I don't know, like his hands were tied almost.
When I spoke to him, he seemed scared.
He may not be acting on his own power, and if he is,
If he's not a willing participant in all this, maybe we can get some actual information out of him.
I think he's just trying to get to that point in life where he settles down. He spoke of his children and wanting the city, so I'm not sure how much of a threat he will be, but we still should not trust him.
perhaps we should have a nice conversation with him. To
Maybe,
really-
maybe a not so nice one.
Well, more so in length.
Well, as great as that sounds, I just don't know if he's going to be completely forthright and forthcoming with this information.
Perhaps.
He seems cagey, guarded.
Well, we are but strangers. Would you too not protect your life's work?
Well, open book.
Perhaps an elven cultural difference.
Let's not start assuming things.
So
He said perhaps.
That's
It was an
racist.
opinion.
it's at least worth talking to him.
That's true.
If we don't try, we'll never know.
Right.
Due to the heat, I'm going to, for the first time, by the way, for most of this campaign, I've just been wearing the cloak all the way around me. I'm going to take it completely off and, like, just throw it on my shoulder.
Ooh, what do we see? What do we see?
It's all boiled up.
Just fucking,
Just skin.
just pale skin, scars all over the place, and then you got the two big ones, one on the back, one on the front, perfectly lined up, and then about it.
Can we see that?
And a
with what you're wearing?
goddamn dump
yeah, because
truck.
I'm wearing like a shirt that kind of like
It's a
pretty much a
tunic.
deep V. Oh,
The extra
tunic.
deep V.
It's a tunic, yeah, with some leather straps around it, and whatever.
Nice. Okay.
Hey, where are our minis at, Dungeon Man?
I have 'em.
Dungeon man.
Dungeon Man.
And that's what DM stands for.
Full circle.
Oh wow, yeah. It's a
Callback.
callback. Yeah.
You're binge watching this, aren't you? All right, well, let's keep
I-
moving.
It was like 5 minutes.
Are you
ago.
still Are you still watching?
Let us keep moving.
I am going to lightly tap Taros on the side as we're walking together. I'm going to point at one of the skeletons and go, is that what you look like on the inside?
Underneath this mask, perhaps.
I need to know what's under the mask.
I'm not sure what's.
Just going to look at you, big ol'.
Big old dinner plates.
gonna-
Just
Keep walking.
Yeah. So after about 90 minutes or so, you guys are nearing probably another 100 feet or so of steps and kind of twists up the natural path that leads into the mountain. And as you've been approaching the summit, the density and frequency of these like overhead flybys of these large Jadarii creatures has been becoming more and more frequent.
Could we stop here for a moment before we continue on?
What is it?
I just need to prepare for battle. So I'm just gonna open up the sack where I put the ash in.
I told you to stretch at camp.
I'm not stretching.
Oh,
I was
You
gonna open up the sack and put the ash in, and put 2 fingers in, and just start drawing lines on my biceps, and on both my forearms, and then a big circle on my chest with a diamond inside.
What are those?
These are the same markings my father has, and since I have none of my own, I replicate his in battle.
this is going to pique my interest, and I will probably for the first real time do like a full walk around of you, like you are playing.
what?
My village considers it a sign of ill luck, but I'll prove them wrong.
At least you wear the colors of your father. That is honorable.
Well, hopefully he sees it that way.
Do you miss your dad?
He probably died an honorable death. There's nothing to be missed in that.
We will make him proud.
Well,
Are we ready?
I'm ready.
I'm gonna start walking even further up.
You're
Yeah.
still not going to stretch.
I never stopped walking, by the way.
No.
No, well, you're gonna pull a muscle. As you guys continue to the top of the summit, before you, there are, as you kind of enter this clearing, this natural clearing in the top of this jagged, hollowed out mountain. You find yourself surrounded by, again, this kind of jagged rock perimeter, probably spanning about 100 feet or so.
Naturally.
Inside the confines, again, as you kind of approach the precipice, there are several, again, more littered carcasses that, more fresh than the ones you would have seen coming up the mountain. These ones are still kind of being gently picked on by some loose Jadarii. Most of the birds, however, as you kind of approach into their nest, several dozen of them kind of fly off, just naturally kind of skeptical of humans. There is one sitting on several of these like large rock outcroppings, these sort of natural rock pillars jutting out of the ground at any given point, probably just scattered along the ground. There are 5 of the 4. I had to look how many I painted. There are 4 of these large griffin-esque creatures, and when I say large, they're about the size of a draft horse. So they're pretty big,
Hefty.
and they kind of side-eye you as they're going about their dinner. They're taking a peck here and then kind of like looking at you out of the field of view.
You said how far away are they?
From you now, they're about 50 feet.
I'm going to slowly walk to one, kind of hands out.
Mhm. The closer you get, the more invested in you it gets. You can watch as its gaze turns from a sort of like peckish like turn every now and then to an intense like stare down.
Can I see how,
You're about 40 feet at this point.
if it looks angry or more?
Make a nature check.
Oh.
What are a lot of you doing as you see Aris kind of walk in there?
Only a 6.
How do the gems look like on the Jadarii? Like, does it look like they just come off, or are they like part of its entire?
So yeah, it's pretty much ingrained into the actual like bone structure. You can see where the wings kind of are, well, they're folded on their back, but even still, you can see them almost conjoined with the skeletal structure.
I don't think we're gonna get these non-violent.
Perhaps we should try to make some traps, even the odds a little bit.
They can see us.
As you're approaching Aris, the one that has now caught your attention kind of looks over and lets out this very abrupt squawk, just
Gonna kind of
as
stop.
it kind of steps up and makes itself very big.
Gonna stop in place and kind of
Ah!
try to prove that I'm not a threat.
It kind of goes back to its meal, still watching you rather intently, but taking far less pecks than it was.
Kind of look around, make sure there's none coming up on my.
There are
blind
several
spot.
others now. After the squawk, there are 3 others that have now like turned.
Do I see
And-
the big one?
No, these are the only 4 that are actually at the summit of the mountain. Let me.
Yeah,
Let's get this drawn up here.
visual.
Why don't we? And we're back. So this is what is before you. So Aris, you're kind of approaching the nearest one.
So with the big one not being here, would I know how to draw them out? Just knowing pack animals?
You can roll a nature check. Nature check.
14.
14. Just to clarify, I didn't say he's not here. I just said you don't see him.
Okay.
That being said, you
It's a dangerous
understand that
sentence.
pack animals, the alpha generally lingers. He generally doesn't leave the pack. Rarely ever, or at least the nest, especially with birds. Most of their underlings do their hunting for them, and et cetera, et cetera. At least with Jadarii.
Behind the big rock.
So he's literally just. So he's just not visible yet. But you sense that he should be here.
I'll find him.
What are the lot of you doing? You're still approaching the bird. You said you wanted to do something. I
Kinda
thought,
just like
right?
head down, trying to prove that, show that I'm not
The
something
Harry
to be-
Potter bow.
Yeah, not to be worried
Okay.
about.
I'm gonna try and do the same one over to this one here. Just kind of approach with non-threateningly.
Okay.
I'm going to put my arm over Bressius's shoulder and kind of try to stabilize it as
Okay.
to aim, and I'm going to take aim at the furthest one away.
The one on the back right.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'll say
Okay.
to him, "Do not move."
At all. Please don't hit me.
Raise your shield a little bit.
He kind of does. Like that.
Don't move.
I don't know how long I can hold this.
As long as it takes.
So as you're approaching, are you still steadily walking forward
like
while
just
doing all
Very
this?
slow, just kind of like.
With each step, you can gather this sort of increasing alertedness. Again, with each step, it becomes more and more cautious of you. Eventually, you take 2, 3 steps, and it flares its wings again. Only this time, where before they kind of came out behind them, directly behind them, this time they like shoot up almost and shoot towards you. I need everybody to roll initiative.
I was going to laugh so hard if you're like, and it pulls a scimitar.
And a dagger.
And a dagger!
Nice.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
At least one Goliath is fast.
Fast as fuck.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
I see.
Iconic.
Iconic. I'm not that fast.
Just a little boy cramped in his corner.
Okie dokie.
Thea is so much more dynamic than the rest of her models.
I
Yeah.
wonder who the favorite is.
I didn't make it. I don't know what to tell you.
You painted it though.
That had nothing to do with the pose, though.
Pull the lighting. The zenithal
The shadowing is.
Thea,
13.
13. Taros,
16.
16. Aris,
15.
15. Sandrian,
19.
19. Nice. Argon,
16.
16.
Quick and dead.
We have a.
Just no mods, just straight roll right to see
Yeah.
which one goes first. 19. I go before you.
This is really high.
What did you get?
We just determined he's.
So
going
Taurus,
first.
guys. Okay.
Yeah.
5.
5.
Yeah!
It's
The
okay.
big one
Briseis
goes
got
last.
2. I need to pull it.
Briseis got a 2.
Briseis stretched a little too hard.
Yeah.
Ooh!
Well,
It's 'cause he's way
he's
bolder.
kind of
There it is.
immobilized. Yeah, he's being used as a steadying platform.
I'm still, we're still taking slow steps, though.
Right.
The birds rolled a 26.
Okay. With that being said, we've got initiative rolled. I should.
This is where I go. I'll take the big one, and then I
Some
die in
rolls.
turn 1.
Yeah.
Before my initiative comes up.
Let's go, big one. Oh, good.
How's 3 nat 20s?
Me when I finally transform into my form of dread, then I instantly die. You should be afraid.
Wow, Argon's looks good.
It's not Argo. I didn't print a picture of a.
They were taking
eagle.
pictures and you just walked by a little too
Right.
fast.
He just walked out of frame.
Hey, well, did.
Where the hell is Argon? There he is.
Oh, snap. That's me right there.
Oh shit, that me.
That me. That my guy. Why is one of those missing?
I think he said
That's-
he did print out the picture.
Yeah,
That's the birds.
That's the big boy, I think.
that's the alpha.
Ooh.
For whenever, if ever, he appears. 15 is
Otherwise,
ours.
you're already initiative, you know?
It's true. Should he roll for initiative later then if he's not here?
You should add it in at the end of the line.
It just makes sense.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
Because to me, it doesn't.
Well, I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3
Oh,
early
yeah,
access,
that's-
now available on Steam.
Hey.
A lot recently, and that's how it works.
Okay.
We're not getting paid. Don't chill.
Maybe we will.
Taurus, Bird, Alex.
You're playing it on Steam and not GOG.
Racist.
Right.
What is GOG?
Good old games.
Yeah.
Let's keep it
By,
on then.
by the Polish Information Network.
Thanks, Poland.
Multi.
Polacks. Hey, why is there a boy between me and No Face?
That's ours. Wait, what? You and this guy?
Yeah.
That's the alpha.
We rolled the same.
Yep. So did he.
Oh. Did you roll off with us then?
Yeah. What did you roll?
Oh, I rolled a 10.
Yeah.
Oh,
Then
okay.
yeah. I was like,
I
what?
didn't hear you say that. I'm like, wait, why is there a
That's why I was asking you. I was like, what? Yeah. That's initiative. I think we're ready to rock.
Alright, I'm just gonna take a nap. You guys let me know it's my turn.
So we got initiative rolled. Sandrian, you hold the first move, my friend.
I sure do.
What would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna take stock of the situation,
Okay,
gauge the battlefield around me,
naturally.
look over to the one furthest to my right, your left.
Closest to me,
That
or the
over
one
there.
behind the rock.
Right.
Okay.
Behind the rock. Oh yeah, that one.
He's behind the rock if you're looking at him from that way. From here, you can.
Gotcha. I'm pretty sure I can get a straight line on that guy over there.
Oh yeah.
He
100%.
may. Well, the rock face that you're in front of right now would obscure
Oh
your
yeah,
sight.
you're right.
Because that's
Is that
So you
that's
have
like a
to
jutting.
move up a
it's-
little bit.
It's like a bottleneck, pretty
It's like a
much.
canyon.
But there's
Oh.
yeah, exactly. It's a canyon wall, so it still goes up.
Okay.
It's still solid.
So I'll
You just have to move up a little.
move
bit.
around to that side then.
Where are my rules on
There-ish?
cover?
Uh,
I swear they're on
that
this DM's
works.
somewhere.
I'd put me.
There it is.
Get behind
Next
him.
to-
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a tanky guy. I am a wizard.
I do not want
Yeah,
to be
but
that close.
that dance makes you.
And I'll go ahead and spend a spell slot to hit that guy with a good old witch bolt.
Okay.
Huzzah!
Ooh.
Solid. That's a
22
Yeah, that'll fucking do it.
for
Roll damage.
9. 9
9
damage.
damage. Jeez Louise.
9 lightning damage. It's just I hold up my hands and a big bolt of, just a column of lightning just
Nice.
right on him.
9 damage. Excellent. Anything else with your turn, sir?
That'd be it. That's all I can do for now.
Cool. It gives out this like injured squawk, like a panicking chicken, and kind of cowers as much as it can behind the rock. That's done with your turn. We're on to Taros.
Yeah. Just gonna fire an Eldritch Blast right at the top one on that rock, say that I was aiming at
Okay,
before.
right. Go ahead and take advantage on the roll since you stabilized yourself.
Dope. Needed it.
Uh-huh.
What'd you get?
11.
Oh, that hits.
Really?
Yeah,
Thank God.
that's not bad. That's average.
Not great.
It's not
Come on,
great,
so-
but
It's not great.
It's not
It's
bad.
not bad.
A roll of 11 is average.
fine.
With the mods, it's
1d10.
11 just hits.
7 damage.
The streak of purple light flies through the air, and you see this like tuft of feathers just get singed and kind of pop up like a little pillow fight in front of it. As it
Perfect.
kind of. Ah! Anything else with your turn, sir?
Oh yes, with my bonus action, I'm going to cast Hex
Okay.
on this first one here.
Okay.
So I'll fire and then I'll just shout something and
Your mother was a pigeon.
you're a bitch. And I'll just
the one closest to us.
yeah,
the
that one there.
Center rock.
And my Hex is kind of looks like my Eldritch Blast but in a ring, and I just
So it's just
Frisbee
kind
it.
of like circling
Frisbee
around.
it, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, it's like a. You said it's
Frisbee
like
golf.
like a disc.
yeah.
So you like throw it like this frisbee almost, and you see it unshackle for a second,
Right around
and
its
just
neck?
right around its neck.
Perfect.
The momentum kind of takes it. Is it a physical thing or it's just arcane?
Just arcane.
I think it's just
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Time for the big boy.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay. Okay.
So flapping out from behind the largest rock,
My opponent.
Hold on.
these large wing beats. What's
Big
up?
rock.
Just about this boat. You can go ahead.
Okay. He is just going to fly and come right next to you.
Oh, perfect.
Oh!
How's 3 nat 20?
He critted every hit.
As he's approaching, so again, you see this large, probably double the size of the griffins that are currently on the field, just shoots up into the air and makes a beeline, just like an angry bee, just right towards you. As it's shooting,
A big smile goes across my face.
as it's descending very quickly, you see the sort of pattern of its wing flap change, and it very distinctly like throws its wings towards you in the next pattern, and you see these large sharpened jade shards cascading through the air, and they hit around your legs. 18 and 17.
Yeah.
Both hit. 4. That's going to be 8 and 9 piercing damage, so 17 piercing.
Okay.
And that is the end of its turn. It's going to just hover probably about 10 feet in the air. Anything else with his turn, I'm asking myself. No, he's done. That brings us to Argon, my friend.
So with that
Aris, you're on deck.
with that Hex, by the way,
What's
I
up?
choose one ability that I
For disadvantage.
Is this a spell?
yeah choose one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Choose one ability when you cast a spell. The
Right.
target has disadvantage on ability checks made with that chosen ability. What does that mean?
You pick strength, dex, wisdom, intelligence.
So like if you pick.
Okay, then I want it to have disadvantage on
Oh, wait.
wisdom saving throws.
It said
Wisdom checks.
Wisdom
Checks.
checks.
Checks you. So probably go
Does
for
say
dex.
ability.
Dex.
Would it go as specific as like animal handling?
No.
No?
No, it's,
Okay.
it's
It's kind of-
Generic.
yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Then Dex.
Dex checks.
ability.
Okay.
Probably the best, yeah.
Okay.
If
Anything
like,
else?
if like we smack it out of the
No,
air.
that's it. That's all for that
Cool.
spell. Just wanted to
Argon,
make sure.
I believe it's your go, my friend.
Yes, yes. Let's see here. How tall is this rock?
Probably about 8, 10 feet. Probably as big as you, maybe a little taller. So at that point, it's probably 12, 15 feet.
I'm just seeing if I can actually reach any of these guys.
Gotcha.
Uh,
How far do you? Where are you?
Right there.
So probably not, because it would take half your movement speed to climb up it. Maybe is how that works. I don't know how climbing works.
Climbing would
quite
be half
honestly.
your movement speed unless you have it.
That's what I figured as well. If getting up is half.
Climbing is just difficult terrain because your climbing
Okay.
speed is
Excellent.
half your
So you could make a ranged attack if you stepped up a little bit, but you wouldn't be able to get in melee with the frontmost one.
You have javelins and stuff.
You do have
Yeah.
javelins and stuff. Javelins,
That's right.
He's just throwing camp gear at it.
you
Like a
laugh.
bedroll.
I'll get closer to this guy, and I'm gonna chuck a hand axe up at it.
Okay, the middle one,
The big one.
the big boy. Okay, excellent.
Put it up.
Have at it.
I'm gonna throw a hand axe and get down here. Oh, okay. For a 21.
21 definitely hits. I was like, please be low enough that I can do a thing.
8 damage.
8 damage. Excellent. Anything else with your turn, my friend?
Just gonna ready.
Okay. Aris, you are up, my friend. Thea, you're on deck.
We just get more dice out.
It's like playing orcs all over again.
Assuming it moves somewhere.
I'm very excited for this.
Aris, you have 10 seconds to
Yeah,
decide
how-
what you're going to do,
yeah,
otherwise you
how-
lose your turn.
How high? Like, can I climb on that rock? That the
Yeah.
one.
It takes half your movement speed, so it's difficult terrain. So every
Okay,
5...
so I can make it up
That'd
there.
be 25
yeah,
to get
every
up,
square
right?
is 10 feet. What is it? Sorry. So you'd be
I have
5, 10, 15.
And then
And
25.
then 25 to
Yep,
get up, right?
25 to hop up.
All right.
You're up there. I don't think I can...
Yeah, you
Wobbly
can be
model.
on the ground.
Oh, there we go.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna get up there and I'm just gonna swing on it with my stay.
So you just break into a sprint, pole vault off, and now you're on level footing.
For 11.
11 just hits.
Smack it with a stick.
So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, like you said, pole vault up, but in air, a little twist, coming down right on the head for
Just-
4 damage.
Just straight into the jump side kick, kicking her in the throat.
Real quick.
Liu Kang?
Because that one is hexed, I think it might take additional damage.
Only on
Only,
spells.
only from me,
Yeah,
though.
only
Only
from
from
him
you?
when it's
Yeah,
hit with a spell
because-
attack. I believe.
I deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever
Yeah.
I
When you're
hit it
cast-
with an attack.
yeah, when
It, doesn't,
you cast
it
a
just
spell.
says it just says attack though. It does not say spell.
Also, choose one ability when you cast a spell. Okay. My screen clipped just at that. I
So
thought it was a run.
It's just any attack that I make on it.
Whenever
deals-
you hit it.
Yeah, but
Excellent.
it doesn't have to be a spell. But
Excellent.
I'm not going to be punching it. So
Are you attempting to displace it? You said you're just grabbing its neck. Did I?
No,
did I get
I
that?
like.
He hit it with a stick.
Yeah,
Just
I
smack
kind
it.
of pole vault up, come down, hit it across the head
Whack.
with the stick, and then I'll go for a second
Excellent.
hit.
So this is in unison, like just as Taurus's like shackle comes right across its throat, its wings flare open
It-
as you're midair.
I'm pole vaulting, shackle comes under,
Yes,
hits
sir.
it, and then I come across
Come
on
with
the
the
head.
second attack, make your attack roll.
14.
That'll do it.
This is an unarmored.
Sorry, how much
Or-
damage did this first attack do?
4.
4?
And then the second one's coming with a. We're hitting it down on the head, and then we're coming right back up with an elbow across the jaw for 6 damage.
Can use those. 6 damage.
Yes.
So this one is 3. Front and center.
Trying to find 3. There we go.
Back right one was the one that got attacked first or
yeah,
second?
that's the one I hit first.
I thought you went first.
Yeah. Oh,
and
he
you
did go
attacked
first.
this one.
Yeah,
So that's
yep,
1.
Yep, you're right.
Back right is 2, and the untouched one is 4.
Perfect.
Thank
Which
you.
one's the alpha?
Hello.
He's still behind the rock.
It's
Oh,
me.
this guy's just
That's his little
he's
brother.
just a freak.
Some chump.
He's just large. Anything else with your turn? So you did the
Nope.
10 damage, came back, crack, crack. Visibly beaten up.
Oh yeah.
Thea, what would you like to do with your turn?
Hello.
Hello.
I
Welcome.
That's your turn.
I want to cast Shield of Faith on Maltia.
Shield of Hell. Can I
Martia.
say that?
I think it's a
Sure.
touch
Is
spell.
that
Otherwise.
trademark?
All of your spells are touch.
Who are you touching?
No, it has a 60-foot range.
He just runs up and kidney punches him.
Shield
Yeah.
of Faith. Should have blocked.
I'm gonna
What'd you
stay
say?
back here.
I asked who you were.
Away from all that.
On
touching.
Maltiok.
Maltiok, so you're running up to Maltiok. Touching?
No, it's not a touch spell.
Oh, he was wrong.
I was wrong.
Yeah.
You fool.
It happens a lot.
Okay.
Write that
Shield of
down.
Faith. What is
Plus 2 AC.
wonderful?
But when she does it, I want it to be like, sorry to steal things, but like
No, that's okay.
Stranger or Doctor Strange, the guy goes, just like
Oh, that's dope.
the
He does
the
thing. Yeah,
yellow
it's like
thing,
the orange disc.
and
That's
then
pretty
here's
sweet.
like a gold field around him. No,
No,
Nah,
she
nah,
Kamehame.
I was
she
doing
went.
the thing.
I mean,
Okay.
if anybody here is going to be the Sorcerer Supreme,
It's got to be that boy. It's got to be that boy.
I mean, I am a wizard.
I don't know. Duke saw the Eye of Agamotto in his friggin' dreams.
That's true.
Might be him. Anyway, so you are Shield of Faith, faithed,
Just gotta break your hands.
Shielded faithfully.
since there's no Shield of Faith ring for whatever
He's
reason.
gonna wear it
Magical
with a
effect.
halo.
And that's plus 2 AC all the time ever.
for its duration.
Its duration is 15 in-game days.
That is a concentration spell, by the way. Did you already mark
Yes.
her? Thank you. Okay. Anything
Oh,
else with your turn?
I
already
need one
asked
as well.
Oh, yours is concentration?
Hexes. I
Same
can
here.
still cast Eldritch Blast though with it, right?
Yes, not another
As long as it's
concentration.
not
That's what I
another
thought. Or I
concentration.
get
Go ahead
hit.
and give me a concentration ring.
You already got one.
Oh, sweet.
Everybody's concentrating.
Everybody's thinking
real
real
freaking
hard.
hard. Okay.
Hey, I
So
appreciate
this
that.
one here.
It is funny to see that in combat now because you don't realize that. We just standing there.
Why would you do this? Oh.
Oh.
Little elf.
Why?
Let's get this guy involved as well.
He flies all the way over you.
of attack.
I
Josh
picked
goes,
the wrong person.
I'm done with your character. Make a new story.
He's just sneaking right up next to you here, Argon.
Would Argon get attacked when he passed?
It was flying overhead, so like swoop, unless your reach is like 10, 15 feet. No.
I want it to be.
You can throw an axe
I don't
with
even think
opportunity,
that
can't
procs
you?
opportunity attack.
melee
Because it has to
attacks.
enter and leave your range, which it did not. Okay, they're going to attack. And they will do things. Argon, we'll start with you. The larger, or the smaller of the two, you see it like jump off of its perch and leap towards you like a bullet. And as it nears you, its hind legs just reach out these large razor-sharp claws, and they just dig into your shoulders. He's going to make an attack
Do they dig in though?
with advantage. That is not higher than the first roll. Mod 20.
Sure.
Okay.
Goddamn.
So it grips onto you, and then with its beak, dink, right into the like lower back, it just kind of reaches over top of you. This one's also +5. Mod 22.
Jesus. Okay, yeah.
Fuck them up.
Dice. First attack. So the claws do 5 damage. And the beak does 7 for a total of 12.
Okay.
And again, you just kind of feel these razor sharp claws just digging into the top of your trap.
So, upon feeling the grab,
Yeah.
I'm going to tense my back up in anticipation and reduce that damage
Heck yeah, man.
by 9.
Sure. So the second attack would have done no damage.
Just shatters its beak on
Right.
impact. Dude.
Yeah,
That's
it's,
nuts.
it's literally like hitting a mountain.
Just a 6-pack of abs
Yes,
form on his
dude.
spine.
You see a tiny chip like in the side of the beak, and it kind of like what the heck?
It stopped. Hey, hold on, guys.
Right.
Rethink this.
Damn, chip.
I can't even hit this guy.
Time out.
Dude, it's made out of rock. What the?
I do not have dental insurance.
The other two, Sam or Sandrion rather, are gonna make attacks on you. Again, leading with the same kind of approach, both going claws into you. First
guys.
one's gonna be a 21.
That hits.
Okay, this is the other one's claw attack. That's gonna be a 20.
Yeah, that
Okay.
hits.
These are the beak attacks. 15.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Yep, I've got you. 14. And then the last beak attack. 21.
Yep.
So all 4 of them,
Pack tack.
or the 2 of them, both swoop off of their respective rocks, and seeing you kind of channeling your energy and shooting the first one, they just immediately come towards you and grapple. Or grab you, rather. First one, ooh. That's only 4. Second one does 5. So that's a total of 9 from the 2 beak attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And then They did minimum damage. So that was 8. What did I tell you the first time? Sorry.
9.
9 and 8. So a total of 17 damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
So they just come out of nowhere. Immediately, you step up into the mountain, you shoot this bolt, and then both of them just fly right towards you and like grab you by the arms, and you just see Cendrillon kind of like go limp as this flurry of pecks and grabs, and they start to lift him in the air.
I can help, guys.
I'm gonna push. I'm gonna gently shove
Briseis?
Bressius and say,
Go get him.
protect him, and push him towards him.
Cendrillon! Montioc, you're up.
I'm gonna take a big breath and grow in size with Giant's Might.
Here you are, my friend.
Do you wear like a size up in clothing to like account
it
for
grows-
It just
it grows
rips
with
like
me.
the Hulk.
Really?
Yeah.
His gear grows with him.
That's pretty neat.
So it'd be magical. It'd be magical. Magical gear.
The effect is magical and affects my gear.
Spandex.
Is that a bonus action, by the way?
Yes.
Wonderful.
And then the runic plate on my hammer is going to start to glow orange as I bring my hammer
Yeah, it is.
around and
That stays the same.
going to make an attack.
Onto which one? Sorry,
He said he
big boy.
needs it.
The big one.
Bring it.
He said he needs it.
said, "I
Bring
ain't
it.
missing."
Is this the high roller?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He said,
I
ain't
hear
missing.
it. I can hear it.
Hear
clonking on
the
his
roll.
bones.
It's about to destroy the
I
battlefield.
know.
when he
Please,
rolls it,
don't,
dude.
please roll it off to the right. Oh gosh.
Oh, it's not.
Oh my gosh. I'll take it back, please.
Yeah. I told you I was going to be an
fucking
ass when I
blinding.
rolled that.
Hey, you needed it.
Okay, so
Natural 20. Who'd
that's
have thunked?
That's not me. Look at us now.
10d6 damage.
Oh my god, it's dead.
Into the big guy?
Yep.
Okay,
Double.
roll it.
And then this is my weapon damage. I can reroll 1s and 2s on these. Don't have any.
Good night.
He really just.
What are you at right now? Math out loud, just so I can.
30, 4, 7 plus 4, 41 damage.
41.
Just an over the head fucking.
And I need a strength save.
Okay. You'll get it.
Naturally.
Was that with the double?
Make a
the
con
critical?
save to see if you can.
That's
That
not
with the-
bad.
with the critical?
That is a 17.
17 does pass.
17 saves.
So he does not get restrained from my shackles.
Yikes.
So as I hit him, the rune glares and fiery shackles burst from the ground and
Yeah, they
wrap
do.
around his wings. And they do the damage, but they can't take hold.
So cool, man.
That's fucking sick.
That's awesome. And you
Give
can,
him the high roller back.
You feel like this audible crack, right, as your hammer makes impact with just the side of its head, and you can see its like eyeball kind of go a bit cockeyed. You definitely like imploded the skull a little bit, and he's just kind of hanging on as it leans towards you, but definitely shaken up. Beyond shaken up. Anything else with your turn, my friend?
No, that is it.
Okay, Briseis is going to full sprint towards the eagles, and you feel this soft kind of kickoff, this push off on your lower back as he like parkour and spears one of the griffins out of the air that's holding you, Cendrillon.
Holy shit.
If he
First
misses it,
attack.
stab
Number
him.
4.
Where is Briseis? I know you'll.
Why
need
he's right
some-
next to you.
Need to find his friggin' attack modifier. Oh yeah. +6, nice. 17, that hits. And this is number 1. So he steps up. Let's roll some freaking damage.
The ones he's closest to is number 4.
Sorry?
The one he's closest to is number 4.
That's okay. 1 has less health. One is in a weakened state. Do you want my help or not?
Yeah, but it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it
He
doesn't
can't
make
get to
any
it.
sense. He can't get to it.
Don't worry, I'm gonna save him.
Then die!
Why are we arguing this?
Because I want you to be consistent.
Oh.
Silly goose.
That's fine. Okay, so he goes for 4. Either way, it's dead.
So was ours!
Oh no! So he jumps. You see.
Unconscious!
What did you say to him again, Dylan? You said protect him.
Yes.
So he takes off. Cendrillon! Right? Jumps up.
I don't
Spear in the right hand. Steps off of Maltioc's back and just right through the throat of this Jadarii. You just hear it. As it just plummets to the ground. It's very dead. If I can have that one, please. And you can see the weight like distribution very visibly go to the second one as Cendrillon's right arm is now like gone. It's just hanging. You can see the claws of the one still holding him, kind of shredding his arm a little bit as it slips the weight. I think that's all he's got, unfortunately. That's all for his turn. Need a death save, my friend.
I
You
think
roll them.
You
I
do those,
need
buddy.
A death save.
Cut real quick. Do we want to do that?
No, I never wanted to.
I know you hate it. How do the rest of you feel?
No.
No.
That's weird.
Everybody hates it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm impartial.
You're impartial.
I get the point, but I don't like it.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. We're back in.
We want our deaths to be in our hands. I
Wonderful.
think.
I love that. That's fine. It was a thing. I wanted to try it out. We hate it. That's fine. Let's move forward.
Perfect.
Sandrian, I believe it's your turn, my friend.
Cylinder.
You are rolling death saves.
Cylinder. Natural one.
No! Does that mean he dies?
No, it means it's 2 fails.
Natural one.
It's a good thing you have a replacement character.
2 fails.
I have 6
Okay.
billion replacement characters, sir.
My turn.
Taurus, your turn, my
So
friend.
if I heal him, is he back up?
He would.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna
Even though I hate
cast.
that.
I'm gonna cast
But yes.
Healing Word, and
If you want to kill me, just kill me.
No. I think it cheapens.
Oh yeah, there's problems with healing in D&D 5e.
Yes.
We'll correct it moving forward.
move
After
forward.
it saved me.
But
Of
right
course.
now, it's fine. So 1d4 healing, and I'm just gonna, like from my mask, I guess from the sealed mouth, you'll just see like a beam shoot out of something.
like a special
you got
beam cannon.
Hawk and a loogie on him.
6 health coming back to you.
It's like magical spin.
I'm a
just-
fire in the laser. That's a throwback.
And then I'm going
Ooh,
to.
that is.
I'm going to.
2006
Showed
called.
our age there.
I'm going to approach. Can I shoot that through people, or?
What is this you're casting?
I was going to hit it with Eldritch Blast. But
To
would
heal? Is your
No,
heal not
I
an
healed
action?
him. That's a bonus
Healing
action.
words are bonus.
Healing is
I'm
a
gonna
bonus
blast
action.
him in the face with
Eldritch
an
Blast cannot go through people. So he would be in 3/4 cover, which would give him a +5 to his AC.
Well, that's
Unless you're
nice,
spell
but I
sniper.
have spell sniper, so I'm actually
Ooh.
threading the needle through him, and I'm gonna
Okay.
blast him in the mouth.
And the move.
Ow.
That's a 22.
That should still hit.
Didn't even need that spell sniper ability.
I think, yeah, spell sniper ignores that 3/4 cover.
Whoa, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
3/4
That's what
cover.
that does.
It,
Okay.
it doubles my damage and ignores cover pretty much.
Yeah, it hits, and
Perfect.
it just by default doubles damage.
Not doubles damage, distance,
Oh,
range.
I thought
Yeah,
you said damage.
I probably did, but that's not what I meant.
Okay, excellent.
Okay.
Okay, so it hits. Roll damage, and this is the one still holding Sandrian.
Yeah.
Correct.
Excellent.
Isn't that the one that makes Eldritch Blast like 300 feet?
Yeah,
Nice.
it's
That's Eldritch Lance.
it's
It's like a
That
longbow,
it's
right?
it's
Yeah.
240 feet now.
Spell
So-
sniper is a feat. The 300 feet is an invocation.
Ah, right.
So he can go up to like 480 feet.
Yeah, we know things.
My name?
We know.
Dude, where?
We know rules.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
My name, yeah.
Really?
4 damage.
4,
Yeah.
Dylan.
I don't have any like mods to it. Just Eldritch Blast 4 damage to the mouth.
I mean, that's
Just a
kinda
D10.
Cool. Kinda
That's
cool,
just a
I guess.
D10.
No agony.
There's an invocation where you can add charisma to your Eldritch Blast.
I know I'm grabbing it as soon
It
as
makes
Yeah.
it really good.
Understandably so.
Anything else with your turn?
I'll just shoot him.
That's
So I heal.
So no.
Good.
Just walking past Sandra, I just spit on him. Get up.
Okay. So the large boy is up, and again, still visibly shooken up from
Shooketh.
the large Smackicus.
Shook.
Gosh, I don't know. He's gonna die on this hill, or he's gonna freaking.
He dies on the hill.
I know. I'm like, how do I get out of this?
He's probably concussed.
He's gonna disengage. We're gonna live to fight another round, bastard. And he can go 40. So.
I could go 40 before I was unceremoniously murdered.
You're fine now.
Fine is a strong word.
You have enough
You're-
health to survive the next attack.
he's
You're
just
not
gonna
fine.
Actually,
Yeah, if he rolls min damage again. That's gonna be hysterical if I just get knocked out. Still have
that's
those
all
2
for
death
his
saves.
turn. Argon. It is your turn.
Doesn't that reset?
Aris, you're on deck, my friend.
I don't think
So
it
somebody
does.
else can kill him? He just goes right next to ours.
Well, you're clearly strong. He's gonna try to pick off somebody weaker.
He's like, no.
Smaller in stature. You are quite visibly large.
I'm 15 feet right now.
Yeah.
He is not smart bird.
He was not expecting this
Right.
man to like, haha, I'm up at what?
Right.
He picked the wrong target.
Yeah. 100%. He's like, ew, smack. Nope. Someone else, perhaps smaller.
Well,
Something digestible.
I think I'll probably be a little miffed that my boy Sondrion's down.
Yeah.
That's pretty disappointing. Rage!
Yeah!
Raging is a bonus action. What would you like to do with your?
Describe the
Smack.
rage.
Ooh, this is good. I'm probably not sure what's happening. I'm just angry.
Very angry.
But you will all see sort of spectral forms spinning up around me of ghosts of other Goliaths.
Yikes.
Holy shit.
Like that Diablo power up.
Nuts.
And they are not happy either.
Everyone's
then,
angry.
Do they all just kind of like start to mirror into one and become you?
Ooh. No, but that'd be cool.
Keep that for later.
We'll put that away.
That's free of charge.
Let's write that down. Write that down.
That's free of charge.
I'm gonna go ahead and steal that for a spell later.
I know I'm taking an opportunity attack, but
He won't be with advantage this time because he doesn't have anybody next to him.
Is the-
I don't think anyway.
Is that one still just in your shoulders?
Which
You're just
square is
sprinting
this
with it
guy
on
in?
you?
probably.
It would be within 5 feet of your target. You have to have another.
With it,
ally.
okay. I was
One of the dogs.
Oh, ooh. That's a mod 21.
Okay.
Do I do a multi attack or
No,
just
it's just
one
one attack.
single
Just one attack.
A attack.
One attack.
One single attack. 11 piercing.
Okay.
But half.
So
So 6 piercing.
6 piercing.
Yes, sir.
Rounded up or rounded
If this
down?
was
Rounded
Iman,
up.
I would have taken.
Damage gets rounded up.
I thought damage got rounded down.
You're thinking of 40k. 40k damage gets rounded up.
40k damage gets rounded up.
Incorrect.
We're so good
I'm
at
not.
this.
I'm never wrong. Why don't you guys understand this? Never wrong. Not always right. Never wrong.
Wait, how did you get
How does that work?
to a rounding
Well, it's like NFL reference.
situation?
I
He takes
have
half damage.
coming in when I'm in rage.
Oh.
It should be rounded down then.
For damage resistance, it's always rounded down. Apologies. I know it gets rounded down in 40k as well.
It gets rounded up in 40k. Because
I'm
Thunderhammer's
apparently just bad. We'll cut all that out.
Thunderhammer's
Let's keep it. I want records.
Told you guys.
That's all Sam needs is an ego boost.
Josh goes. "God
Anything
damn
else with your turn, Alan?
I haven't done anything yet.
it." All he's done is run.
All you did was cool.
And
I am going
ran.
to run up to this thing. I'm pissed. And I am going to slam my greatsword down into it. Number
One.
one.
Excellent.
Totally
One.
oblivious to the situation. Oh, hey!
Isn't that the one holding Sandria?
Yes.
Okay. You'd have to probably leap up to get him in the air. He's about 10 feet in the air.
Oh, how did he?
Weren't you 8 feet tall?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not much. You just gotta jump.
Well, I'll do it. Yeah.
It's a jump swing.
Yeah. I have a 6
so-
foot long sword. I can
Okay.
reach him.
Sandrin's kind of small, so it's
pinata.
probably easy to carry his little body. No offense.
I weigh 85 pounds.
You're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
have advantage on me on your next attack, but
Reckless.
Reckless.
Reckless!
Bring it.
Defense is overrated.
We've definitely
offense is the
we've
best
underutilized
defense.
Reckless.
I used it.
Let's
I used
see.
it for the villains in the courtyard.
I never used it.
13.
13 to hit.
Yeah.
It's
That
11
does.
to hit.
Yeah. All right. That is 11,
Yeah.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16 damage.
And what number is this? Number 1?
Yeah.
Very dead. How do you want to do this?
So it's that as he's trying to fly away with Sondrion, and I see him try to fly.
Sure.
No! And just bisect as I jump up to grab him.
Yeah, cut him in half.
Very cool.
Very cool.
So yeah, this full cleave from just from beak to tail, just these 2 cuts of meat, just. Sondrion is falling. Give me a dexterity save to try and catch him.
Takes
That
6
is
bludgeoning damage.
He's only 10 feet in the air. You're not going to
14?
take damage from that.
14 will do.
You take 1d6 per 10 feet.
So you jump up,
Stupid.
cleave it,
Just
and
land on your feet.
as he's falling, you catch him and just like land on your back. You are prone, but you do not take any fall damage.
Thanks.
Are you're conscious now? Yes.
Yeah.
So you would have just seen this. You wake up, and you're like being held up by your arm.
Yeah, I even said as he's running by,
Yeah.
just, oh hey!
You're just like, hello.
Totally oblivious to the fact that I just got
Right.
ripped to pieces.
Yeah, just cleaves him, catches you. You guys are
My
now
friend.
both on the ground. Prone.
Yeah.
So I'll take him. You guys would both be probably over here.
Just glad to be back.
Prone.
I'll look.
Prone, wherever that is. Anything else with your turn, Argon? Aris, you're up, my friend.
So I'm going.
Thea, you're
I do have enough movement to get up.
Wonderful.
So that alpha is within attacking range of me,
Like
correct?
with your turn now?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, you can stand up. So just for Sandria then. Second.
That alpha is within
He
attacking
is.
range.
If you yeah.
I can hit him.
Correct. You're within 5 feet.
Dude's
He's
about to feed him
close
a
to
left
you.
hook from.
Perfect. So what I'm gonna do when I see it fly around,
'Kay.
I am going to toss my staff towards the griffin that I'm on the whatever.
The small one.
Yeah, that I'm on the rock with. It's just like a little distraction, just so I can have an excuse to use unarmored attacks. Yeah. And then I'm going to go to just get a 4-piece combo into
Nice. He's just jumping up, doing some Liu Kang shit.
Yeah.
Just-
So I will be expending a key
Bicycle
point
kick.
to use Fury of Blows.
And never
so I
get
get my
my
attack,
kills.
my bonus, and then
it's
Blows.
3 unarmed, I'm pretty sure, and then your bonus attack or something like that.
Flurry of Blows is 2 unarmed.
2 unarmed.
So I get my normal attack, my bonus attack for my being a monk, and then I get the 2 free
I trust you.
blows.
That sound right?
Yeah, sounds close.
Mm-hmm.
It's a D4 advantage.
2 of them hit
I mean that can.
because 11's.
Difference.
Or wait, actually it's the alpha. 11's my lowest was 7.
So you make an attack action,
Mhm.
which is a single attack still at level 3. So you get 1 attack, and then as a bonus action, you make 2 unarmed strikes. So it's only 3 attacks. Where are you getting the 4th one from?
Well, because Flurry of Blows is 2, and I get a free
As a bonus action.
right, and I get a free unarmed. Is that what my
Free
bonus action
unarmed
is?
from what? What are you getting the free unarmed?
Like
from?
when I make an attack unarmed or with a monk weapon, I get a free.
You can use your bonus action to make an attack.
Yeah.
But
You only get-
Flurry
but
makes
they're-
that into
but
2
they're
attacks.
You can
bonus
pick
action.
one or the
Gotcha.
other. That's what you do when you're out of key points,
Word.
basically.
Rules these then, so now I know.
So you said 2 of those hit?
Yeah,
I wouldn't have rerolled.
2 of those hit?
2 of them hit.
How much damage?
Is 8.
And what were the what did you roll to hit, by the way?
It was
I totally missed that.
there was like a 3, a 5, and then an 11 and a 17.
Okay, with the 11, I don't think that hits. Let me double check. It does not. The 11 misses.
I thought it was a 14.
Punching
my
off
guy.
fucking once. No, there's a 14, a 7, a 3, and a 5.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
my add-ons. Oh, well, that one hits for 6 damage.
6 damage. Nice.
How do you want to do?
So you jump up and do you want to? I know you're fond of narrating. What would you like to do
Yes, so I mean, pretty much as I see him fly in, I throw my staff
to the other one? Who tries to go and catch it, and you see him just drop it. It clatters on the rock.
Yeah, and then I'll turn to the alpha, and since he's still kind of swinging in,
Yeah.
first couple miss a little bit, but then I come in with the roundhouse kick with
Nice.
the left to kind of just catch it right across the
Yeah.
the jaw.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get a beat on him because he's you
Pretty
were the
fucking quick.
target of his attack, and he's already swooping and dive bombing you. And as you go to strike him the first time, you just catch him right on the wings, and it's this very hard, uncomfortable impact. But you do find you land a punch, or a kick rather, after all of the madness. Anything else with your turn, my friend? You may not.
Okay, then
That's an action.
I
Unless you're red.
well, it just so happens.
All done.
Multi-class.
Thea, you're up. Griffins are on deck.
Jadarii.
Jadarii, rather.
Now that he is large man
Not
and
large.
little
That's
man
large.
has been picked up by bird,
Yes.
I'm going to take my shield of faith and cast it on Sandrion instead.
Shield of Faith again.
Yes.
Okay, on Sandrion.
Yes.
16 AC, boy.
I dig it. Anything else with your turn? You moving? Bonus actions?
No.
Okay.
I'll stay there.
Nope, staying back here,
Stay high.
away from that.
Yep.
Okay. I've got some number of eagles left.
Not many.
I know, I'm running out.
You
Running
have
out of things.
3.
2,
2 normal, 1 alpha.
3. Oh, poor Aris.
Yeah, real glad Sandrion got that shield of faith there.
These two are going to go for the most vulnerable. They're rolling with advantage. 14?
Nope.
No.
Ooh.
That'll be a mod 21.
Yeah.
So one beak.
He just gets
lands.
higher and higher.
These are the claws. That's a mod 21 as well. And a mod 23. So just one beak.
Those aren't real rolls. Those are all fake.
He's not
I'm
rolling,
rolling with
anything.
advantage.
They're blanks.
9 piercing damage from the single beak. And then...
At least my shield of faith would not have
Remember when
helped
we
at
were
all.
Liko and Amon and we had pack tactics and we could just keep re-rolling our attacks? Like we had advantage on everything? That's what he's fucking doing right now.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then 18 piercing, or 18 slashing from the claws.
So 27 total damage.
Correct.
You still alive?
Barely.
Bro, why didn't you disengage?
I expected to land a lot more hits on that alpha than I did.
Yeah, that was tough.
But since I
That's the end
actually
of his
rolled
turn.
dice and I'll make up
Malta,
numbers.
it's up to you, my friend. Versailles is on deck.
Finish him.
Finish him.
I'll give you $2 real-world dollars if you rip him in half.
Nice.
Of wings.
Has to be a $2 bill, not negotiable.
I have one in my car.
So I can make it to here.
You're the middle-aged white
I
man.
do take an opportunity attack from him if he wants to make one.
Okay. Did you pass by a second guy? Would it be a
No, I came around the
pack
side.
attack? Cool. So just the one. That is a... Math is hard. 13.
No.
Excellent. Proceed.
So I'm going to swing my hammer at the alpha and try and finish it off.
Natch. That's cool spoke for naturally.
That's not cool.
8.
Why is that so heavy?
Because it's metal.
No,
Oh,
it
man.
does not hit.
That sucks. Got rid of the 20. Now we can't hit nothing. Give it back to him.
You can only roll.
I want to action surge.
Okay.
Die!
Second attack.
19.
There you go.
19 does it.
Why won't you
What's your minimum damage?
Like 9.
How do you want to do this?
Hey!
Mike!
Stole it.
I helped.
After I swing and miss the first time, I'm just going to swing up from it and break his spine from the belly up.
Yikes.
Oh shit.
You can see it visibly like go
Compound
limp.
fracture.
Yeah. So like, oh yeah, it's just ragdoll effect from like the shoulder up. Is this just kind of long brontosaurus neck now? Just hits the ground in front of you because you caught it like mid-flight as it was swooping down to hit Aris. It like pecked him on its dive bomb and just ran right into the impact of your hammer. So you send it the opposite direction, and it falls limp. Anything else with your turn, my friend?
I do have a bonus action, but I don't think I can do anything with it. I think that's it.
Wonderful. That takes us to Briseis, who he kind of like scans the battlefield and he's like looking at the rest of you, and he sees Aris up on the mountain, and he's just going to launch his spear at the one next to you. Aris, duck! Clatter.
Actually, they're
No!
griffins.
Bird! I hate all of you for all of us on the same stupid shit.
We're all just one brain.
I was really expecting
The high
that
five.
one hits ours.
That is going to be a 24 to hit.
Change your dice.
Does
But not for Briseis.
11 piercing damage. That's pretty good. 4 hasn't been hit yet.
What?
Yet.
Does he do?
They've all been hit.
4 has not.
Oh, is that the one down there?
Yeah, the one at the very
Gotcha.
bottom. Oh shit! I meant to throw it at the one at the rock. I didn't even see the one at the bottom. So this goes into 3, and you just see this spear come out of nowhere as you're still kind of recovering from the flurry of blows that you hit and missed, and then were hit with, and you kind of look out of the corner of your eye. This long silver spear just goes right through the face.
I almost sense it coming, and I
Yeah, you're like
Duke helps us.
spider senses.
Your instinct is to catch it.
And you just see this griffin just fall with the weight of this spear as it travels for like 15 more feet and just into the rock face with the griffin still attached. Very dead.
Sorry, Boots. I knocked you over.
Sorry about that.
Daddy multi caught me. God damn.
How many times is Duke gonna die?
It took much dexterity
Goddamn.
to get him up there. Creeps is not the guy to fix it.
Note to self: play Jenga with Creeves. Win every time.
I'm actually good at Jenga.
Okay.
Anything, Sandrion? It's your turn, my friend. Actually, I am gonna have Briseis move up after that. 5.
Oh my God. Why?
Should I not have done that? You need a clear shot.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
that's fine.
I don't want. Just trying to help.
You want to make the little elf mad.
Just trying to help.
I imagine
it's your go.
Sandrion actually says that.
He's like, ah, and he's like, what? Oh, little to the right. Little.
I'm
It's your go, buddy.
I'm just gonna just slap him right on the arm. Thanks. Run off. I'm gonna get as close to the griffin as I can without getting in melee range.
What's your movement? Because you're down. You're prone right now.
Oh, so it would be 15 feet.
15 up. And then 15 around.
Nice.
Well, thanks for that. I guess I'll put that back on.
Is that,
now.
is that as close as you can get? That's 15?
Yeah, you can get up and then move 15.
Is that a thing that says concentrating?
No, it's magical effect. It's your shield of faith.
Oh. Oh, okay.
I thought it was his
It says
prone. That's why I was
blinded?
like, out of here.
What?
All right. How far away am I from the griffin?
10.
About 10 feet.
Yeah, 10 feet.
Okay. I'm going to angle burning hands in a way that doesn't clip Briseis there.
What's the?
It's a 15-foot cone.
It would hit either Aris or Briseis, I would think. 15-foot range?
Yeah, 15-foot cone. The length of it is 15 feet.
I'm pretty sure cones.
And if Aris is elevated, I can just aim at the rock beneath him so it doesn't hit him.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Is it an attack roll or do you need a save from me?
Need a dex save.
What is
Burn that thing.
What is this called? Sorry.
Burning hands.
Burning.
Level 1 spell. Staple of the wizard.
Why don't they say like
I know, I used it.
how big the cone is? Is it assumed to be 90 degrees?
It's as wide as it is long. So,
As wide as it.
so at 10 feet, it's 10 feet wide.
Oh, okay. Okay. Still make a dex save at advantage, because those flames would still crawl up.
I'm so worried. I have to make a dex save.
That's
as a
not
monk.
horrible. This is a half damage, right? It's not saber side.
Right.
If you would have got both in that
That's
one
gonna be a
side,
19.
Made fun of you.
19 succeeds, so he takes half. Half of 12 is 6. 6 fire damage.
Hey, nice. You can see like bits of it where there are feathers and not stone. Some of those like catch a light and just kind of burn away to the quill. And there's just this large singed patch of meat on its chest. Anything else with your turn? How'd you do?
18.
Good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and catch its gaze and just go like this. I may have nearly died. Still having fun.
Taurus, you're up, my friend.
Okay, so when something dies with, as long as the
You're on
duration is still going with Hex, I can, as a bonus action, just instantly apply it to another creature, same spell, so I have to use another spell slot. So I'm going to call, you'll just see the collar open up, fly back to me, I'll grab it, and then throw it at the next one, so that one is now
Excellent.
Hex.
It's like Hunter's Mark, but good.
And then,
Hunter's Mark is fine. It's the Ranger class, I guess. That's.
and
Yeah,
then
we get a Hunter's Mark.
I'll just get
And
down
then
on one
use-
knee, grab my arm, and then Eldritch Blast the
Nice.
last one.
Shakaka. Make an attack roll, sir.
11.
Bust him. That hits.
What?
Go ahead and roll damage, my friend.
8.
How do you want to do this?
Just as the collar clasps. Oh, I didn't even add the necrotic damage.
It's okay.
Just it clasps around and I just deep fry its face with a bolt.
Excellent.
So you're telling me all this griffin sees is just some elf just and then
It's the last thing
You
it's
just get like a Christmas dinner, like the
last thing.
cartoon.
It's
just
just
a turkey.
it's just the upper half too, so you
Right.
just see the bottom.
the last thing we'll ever see.
So you all kind of catch your breath.
Oh, you're right, Aris.
I'm gonna kind of turn to face you, and you just see claw marks just tore up my chest.
Briseis is going to come to you, Sandrion, and
I'm gonna use my rather large hand and help you off the rock.
Briseis just puts a hand on your shoulder. Are you all right?
Yeah, should I be? Oh, I'm bleeding.
Yeah, you look like a murder victim. Woo! You're literally down your entire left side. There's like these, what's her freaking name? Lady Deathstrike. Just claws, just all the way down
nice.
your arm.
I like lightning.
And
That's right.
just this painted crimson. Literally looks like you took your entire arm and dunked it in a red bucket. Well, the liquid inside the red bucket is also red. That's an important distinction to make.
Oh,
Okay.
I just thought it was some
Red
random bucket.
dyed liquid.
Like blood.
The
perhaps.
viscous red fluid, if you will.
How's your HP look?
Well, I'm at 6 currently.
Okay, so you look pretty bad.
I'm walking up to you, and I'm gonna place a hand on your shoulder, and cast Cure Wounds.
Give me both.
So
Double up on it.
Sure.
I'm a
He needs it.
I'm
gonna-
Yeah.
Oh.
Briseis is gonna lay on hands.
3
Heal you.
3 health
Right?
coming from
Why me?
Didn't you get
3
hit?
health.
Yeah, but he's
1d8
almost
plus
dead.
2.
Oh, Argo. Never mind.
God damn.
Never mind the big
Everyone's
hole.
cut up. I'm fucking.
Everyone
Everyone's like, oh, you guys good?
How much health do you have left?
6.
Okay, I'll go to you.
Yikes.
I don't say anything to you though. I just walk by, grab your shoulder, and you just feel some.
How much do I get from
start to
Briseis?
heal.
8. So 8 and 3, that's 11. 11 plus 6 brings me back to full.
Excellent.
And
I don't have a lot of health.
I'm gonna walk up to the one I just deep fried and start, I guess, eyeballing it, seeing how we can pull these crystals off of them.
Yeah. So as you kind of take a look, make a
I'm not the one.
nature
I'm not that
check.
guy, pal.
Either that or insight.
Not that guy.
I'm gonna.
Can I do both, nature and insight?
No, just one. Nature is my final answer.
5.
5.
Couldn't tell you what I'm looking at.
Yeah, you don't know like the anatomical, I guess like the science behind how the proper way, like how there's proper ways to cut meat, like with the grain, etc.
I'm just gonna Eldritch blast its way.
Right, and these shards just kind of explode. Give me a dex save.
God damn.
I'm waiting for
I
him to
didn't
put the
happen.
entire
Sorry about
body in
that.
the chest.
Can I do a nature check on these guys?
Yeah,
Um,
I imagine Taros might have said something.
Ooh,
maybe
20.
20. You're fine.
Only an 11.
Okay. You kind of look at them and notice their. I'm trying to think of like what to compare them to. Kind of like a bunch of bananas, basically.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of that they're strung across a central core, like a central vine, for the sake of the analogy, and they kind of peel off, if that makes sense. Much
Right.
more abruptly and concretely.
Okay.
But you kind of, after fiddling with it and you sending a kind of a shower of these green shards across your eyes.
I don't even move.
Yeah, they just kind of bounce
Pepper-
off you.
pepper
Yeah,
my
you're
mask.
like, all right.
Very well.
Not that. So you guys spend the next 10, 15 minutes or
I'm
so.
actually gonna go up to Argon. You were saying something.
oh, I was just gonna pull a cloth out of my pack, put a little bit of alcohol on it, and clean your wounds out.
Nice.
Duke's gonna want to drink that.
He's gonna attempt to
He's
drink the
gonna
alcohol.
try and.
It's
He's gonna
not,
start licking
not
it.
drinking alcohol.
You holding out on me?
Doesn't
You
matter.
don't care.
Is that isopropyl?
So we rolled.
That means it just works faster.
But I'm gonna go up to Argon.
'Kay.
And still with a little bit of adrenaline flowing through my system, I'm gonna go. That was fun.
What happened?
We won.
Yeah,
Oh.
we did pretty well.
Oh, right.
You
That
caught
was
me out of the
very
air.
cool.
That was nice.
Oh.
The
Yes, you
chain
fell.
collar.
They
thing.
tried to take you.
Yeah,
It'll
cut
be
that-
useful.
Cut that thing
Yes.
in half. That was real neat. You should
gonna-
you should do that a lot.
Gonna kick the corpse. Oh, yeah, I did do that.
I'm gonna
Wild.
walk up to the elf and take a look at that bad boy.
Okay.
Any anything different about it besides its size?
The shards are larger.
bit bigger.
Yeah, and definitely more dense in their weight, but
Maltiak,
anatomically they're identical.
Maltiak, you should strip the alpha.
Sure thing. I'm gonna pull a dagger and I'll just start stripping this stuff
Sure.
off.
So you start harvesting the shards, and they're these large. Do you ever play Crash Bandicoot?
Yes.
The purple crystals, they're literally like shaped like that, and you're just plinking them off the wings and dumping them in the chest.
I'm putting a couple in my own bag.
Putting a couple? How many? Literally 2?
Yeah,
Okay.
2 of the bigger ones.
I'm going to investigate around, see if there's any sort of treasures these things might have picked with them.
Okay. Give me an investigation or perception check.
I'll go investigation. It's a little better for me.
Is it?
are my dice today? Yeah, I mean it's an 8, but
An 8. It's not horrible. You spend while most of them are like harvesting the shards. You kind of do a quick lap of the perimeter, checking most of what you gauge to be the freshest of corpses, and again matching the similar I guess stature of those that you found on the path. Most of them are barren. It's not like a group of adventurers kind of walked up. All of them are pretty much kitted, barehanded, and maybe with like a small short sword.
Weighty stick.
Is this kind of like the central tower that the alpha? Is there a nest at the top of this? Do I notice a nest?
Yeah, there's nests like littered kind of all over.
Eggs inside of them.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look at everyone and say,
Egg.
should we get rid of the eggs?
I don't think so. They farm these things, don't they?
Right, but
do we want to?
should we allow them to?
Yeah.
We
do
saw
wanna deny them resources.
the powers that they had down there.
If we don't know their true intentions, we could be shooting ourselves in the foot.
I'm gonna start walking to climb that one to get up top of it.
Okay, give me yeah, that's fine.
As I say this, I'm gonna be just writing down in that monster manual just my own notes about the birds, how they attacked and everything as well.
If nothing else, we know of the location. Should we find ourselves opposed to this group of individuals, we can always return.
This is true.
I think this is a decision for another day.
I'm now going to start prestidigitating my clothes so that they're not covered in blood.
Okay.
I would like to take the head of one of these things.
Oh, nice.
Because
the-
I need a new shoulder pad.
Based.
Nice.
That's what
I'm also going to take the claw of the alpha.
Very cool. Have some inspiration for that. That's really cool. So you're kind of like carving out just snap the mandible in half and
Do the
Replace my shoulder
Yeah.
on
pad.
the
Very
normal
cool.
body parts, or on the body of these things.
of the Jadarii.
Do they just have feathers, fur? What are we talking?
It's feathers pretty much from the chest down, but once it hits like past their front chicken-like legs, they go into more of a fur-styled like
Get yourself
panther.
a nice little pelt.
I'd like to pluck one single feather from the alpha
Okay.
and see if it would make a good quill.
It was excellent quality. Yeah.
I will throw away my other quill and keep this one.
Nice.
I'm now
That's
going
very
to
cool.
write that down.
Go ahead and take some inspiration for that as well.
Thanks.
I'm gonna call for Brissies to grab the chest.
The trunk.
Yeah.
Significantly heavier.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you are struggling, quite honestly.
Little one, can you create that disc that you created before?
Smart.
I can.
This is far too heavy for any of us to carry down the mountain.
Like it's like carrying a sofa.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
If people were sitting on the
In
sofa.
order to conserve my one last spell slot, I'm going to ritually cast it. So I'm just going to kind of sit down and just.
Yeah.
You.
So like still kind of panting heavily,
Hamburger,
catching your breath.
cheeseburger, Big Mac Whopper, hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac Whopper.
That is
Those
forever
are
your
the magic
somatic
words.
For,
I'm sorry, verbal component.
What
for
is a-
11 minutes.
What is a Big Mac?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
So from up
Your
on top
mom.
of this thing,
Oh,
do
yeah.
I have a good like lay of the land?
Oh
Like, I
yeah,
can see
it's
everything.
majestic. You're kind of looking over this.
Up there crying.
You can see like the edge of the forest from where you guys came, and then on the opposite side of you, there's like maybe a mile of sand, and then it just drops off into blue and clouds.
I'd like to throw my sword at it.
Thunderclap.
Oh yeah, Briseis needs to get his spear back, doesn't he? He almost left that up here.
I'm kidding. I can't. Throw
I
it
will
far.
also retrieve my hatchet.
Probably would have caught it.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty. Anything else?
How did you learn to do that?
Anybody want to come check?
Do what?
When you were fighting, I could see other Goliaths around you.
Oh. What'd they look like?
Goliaths. They were
Did any have an arrow?
Did they?
You probably would have seen one, at least.
I probably saw one at least.
I think they might have.
I've heard of this before. I think those might have been my ancestors.
And they fight with you.
Sometimes in the heat of battle, you need to call on some aid. If you are of honor, they will come.
Why don't you tell me more about this? I've never heard of it in my world before.
It is exceedingly rare among us. I have heard of legend. Never seen anyone do it.
Interesting. Well, let's talk off this mountain. It is unbearably hot.
I hate it.
How long does it take you to cast that?
So ritually casting it takes me 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Great, I can fry up some eggs in 10 minutes. I'm frying up some eggs.
Okay. So
Egg.
you're grabbing some of the eggs in the nest, which are these large, like white ceramic colored, with like these green kind of polka dots.
I have firebolt, but really I'm just gonna like
I
heat up my hands and just
literally just
scramble
hold
them in
hard boiled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unwoo in.
I'm gonna be shaking it and scrambling it inside the shell.
Well, the two of you are doing that. Briseis walks over to the Jadarii and kind of pulls his spear, flicks the kind of black-red blood off of it and puts it back in his sheath and looks up towards the horizon and sees you kind of now popping a squat at the top of your spot.
Sitting on the edge, legs are just dangling.
Poop Jack?
And he makes his way up the mountain. You see him kind of like slowly putting a hand. Aris!
I'll reach down to kind of help pull him up.
Yep. And he
Kick him down.
Long live the king.
He's reaching up for you. He's like, Aris!
he falls 5 feet. Up! Ow.
Get that wheelchair back out.
It's beautiful.
It is quite the view, isn't it?
Do you ever imagine you'd find yourself in a place like this?
You know, it's funny. When I was at my old monastery, we had a view quite similar to this.
Wow.
Kind of brings me back a little bit.
I don't know how you've made it this far.
Me either. I was almost convinced I'd be dead by now.
He's gonna like, put a hand around your shoulder, and give you a little shake.
You did well today.
I was following your lead.
We can work with that spear some more. I think I've got some things I could teach you.
All right. I'd love to get better.
Excellent. Let's make our way back to the group.
I'll whistle. Eggs.
Eggs. That's it.
Egg.
Egg.
I'm gonna tap Thea on the arm and point out that Aris and Briseis are there. Ooh, Aris, you're so pretty. Ooh,
As you watch them kind of start making their way
I
down.
grab Arceus' spear and throw it at her.
You gotta get better with your spear. Like this.
Shield of Fate.
So they make their way down. They make or regroup with the party.
I'm just gonna cleave the top of the eggshell off and
Give
offer
me a
everybody to
performance
eat.
check
Oh boy.
I should have advantage. I lived on a ship. I know how to make eggs.
with your hand fire.
Yes.
Should be
But this is my hand fire.
New ability you have?
These aren't normal eggs though.
Exactly.
Big egg.
Yeah, it's like making an egg with horse meat. It's
20.
What?
Tell me I don't know how to cook eggs.
Mod 20 or not?
Mod.
Excellent.
I think that's a plan.
I got that. That's a bonus.
So after kind of
Little bumper.
holding these 2 eggs in like either hand and
Just juggling.
giving them a shake and like rotating them, you whistle for the gang, and when everybody comes over, you kind of give them a knock, and as they crack open these just perfectly moist and fluffy, albeit bright green eggs
And ham.
are like sitting inside these shells.
I'll just say, enjoy. And I don't like any of you. This is just so you're energized on our way back down.
I'll look over at the person closest to me who isn't Taurus and go, hey, totally. And I will begin eating some egg.
Briseis grabs one of the half shells at first.
I'm just gonna grab
So-
a handful out of the one Briseis.
I noticeably don't eat any of it, by the way.
No hesitation, just.
Shell and all.
Yep.
Oh no. This is delicious.
Now I need all of you to roll for salmonella checks.
A crunchy outside and a chewy inside.
This is incredible.
Fantastic.
What you don't know is Jadarii eggs are actually toxic.
Who'd have thought?
My plan worked.
Constitution
I
saves.
got some con saves for you.
Anything else you guys would like to do before What would you like to do?
I think
I would like to thank Thea for putting that shield of faith on me.
How would you do that?
I would say, thanks for putting. I would say, thanks for putting give me that shield. That was really cool.
I'm sorry I didn't do it sooner.
It happens. I'm not too beat up about it. Well, now. Just, yeah, I appreciate the assistance. That was really cool.
has the disc been created?
Yeah,
I'll
By now?
Cool.
we'll lift it up, put it on there. and I'll
It
start
holds
going.
up to how much?
500 pounds.
Perfect.
How much
Okay.
is it?
480-ish.
499 pounds and 12 ounces.
476.3.
A light breeze would call it to.
Can it be like 410 so he can hop on it and then he can ride it down the hill?
Please.
It's like just enough. Like it's at its maximum load bearing capacity.
It starts to change
Sorry.
color as it.
Yeah.
All right. Down the hill we go.
It's gonna be a slow. It's gonna be a slow trek because I can only move the disc about 20 feet at a time.
So you guys are heading down the mountain with the chest of Jadarii shards.
Okay.
You did the thing.
We did.
You did the thing. So again, it's just after dawn at this point. If you guys are heading straight back to the Nephrites camp, you can probably get there.
That's about a day.
Probably about 9 or 10.
Okay.
Because it's about a half day's walk.
Let's get
So
trekking.
you'll probably make 15, 16 hours.
Is it faster downhill though?
Most of the terrain is actually level. It might have been a gradual incline towards the mountain, or like a hilly terrain, going up and down through the jungle. So during the walk back, you guys can short rest if you feel the need.
Someone explain to me how that works.
You roll
You
hit
expend hit dice.
dice in an amount equal to your level. So for you, it would be 3d8, I believe, for a monk. And you get that much health back.
It's part of my arcane.
Plus your constitution mod, I believe. Yes?
It's part of my arcane
I don't know.
recovery. I recover 1 spell slot.
I've been a PC before.
Check to see if you get any key points back on short rest. I don't think it really matters at this point.
I can
but-
check too.
I think you
Thanks, buddy.
do. I believe key points are reset on short rest. Fighters, warlocks, and monks thrive in short rest environments.
Yes, when you finish a short or long rest. No, sorry.
What kind of spell slots do I get back as a warlock?
All of them. On a short rest, you get your warlock spell slots back, not your bard ones.
Yes, short or long rest, dude.
Well, I am back to
Max health.
Excellent.
Back to full, baby.
Okay, so after trekking, again, 15, 16 hours straight, you guys find yourselves just at the edge of the confines of the Nephrites camp. Again, this large, impossibly large beyond number, these white parchment-colored tents just surround the back right side of this large Acropolis-style building that sits kind of in the center, I guess, of the plain of sand you find yourselves trekking across. You're about 100 feet or so from the actual Acropolis itself. Where would you guys like to head with the shards?
You said it's like 9 at night.
It's about 10 o'clock. Yeah, there's like torches kind of stuck in the ground in front of most of the tents, and you can see these large lanterns, hanging lanterns, on most of the pillars of the Acropolis. So it's well lit. You can see it. But
What do you say we take these back to that tent, and then in the morning we can have a talk with Zaharias?
Sounds reasonable.
Sounds like a plan to me.
So we'll do that.
We'll reconvene in the morning then. Where are we going to sleep?
I'm sure they have an extra tent or two. There's thousands.
Gonna just start walking towards the tent to
Yeah.
figure out where the barracks are.
All right.
We're gonna go back to the tent where we left to drop
Who's
off
we?
the
You and Sandrian, I imagine, because he's got the disc.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I'm looking for somewhere
I'm
to
walking
sleep.
with you.
Okay.
Thanks.
What?
I'm walking with them.
So the 3 of you then, and the 4 of us are just looking for lodging. Cool. So the three of you get back to Schem's tent, which again, in contrast with much of the other like individual-sized tents, this one is like a large like wedding event tent. This one's pretty big. As you walk in to the reinforced interior, you see Schem kind of tinkering away with this small, from what you can tell, looks like some sort of handheld crossbow-like thing, maybe. It's missing the curve on the front, though. It looks like a light crossbow without the recurve on the front,
A revolver.
from what you can gather.
What I can gather. Wataros has no idea what it is.
Dylan would know. It's like a
M16?
Smith & Wesson friggin' Magnum or whatever.
Settle down.
Activating my guntism.
Sorry about that. From what you can gather, it's a Smith & Wesson.
Perfect.
Classic revolver.
Smith Wesson 500 Bone Crusher.
That's the one.
There's a little M&P shield just floating there.
And
It's like-
he's kind of like, he's got these very tiny like jeweler's screwdrivers. You can see him very intricately with these this set of glasses that has like additional layers on top of them, and they're just kind of.
I'm gonna slap him in the back. We're here.
What?
We're here.
You should be more careful.
We should be more listening.
Yeah, we got all the way into your tent before you even turned around. What if we were gonna kill you or something?
Then I'd be dead.
Very well.
You brought the shards.
Of course.
That was very quick.
Yep.
It was an easy task.
We're pretty good.
Impressive. Most men die up there.
We
Well,
saw.
if you send him up there in loincloths and no equipment, maybe.
Perhaps.
Yeah, our secret trick was we weren't naked.
Well,
Might have a better turnaround on your recruits if they went prepared.
but then they won't be quite as hearty now, will they?
Doesn't matter.
But they'd be alive.
See, the Nefritis, we look for quality over quantity. We'd rather have 100 perfect soldiers than 10,000 of your, what do you say?
They all die the same, do they not?
Quality over
Some quicker than others.
quality over quantity.
Let's have a
Kind
look
of
at those shards.
Kind of a messed up way to look at people.
Not when you're dealing with war, my friend.
Ugh.
Pop open that chest for me.
I'm gonna be eyeballing that little thing he had over there.
Okay, the revolver.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna pick it up and just start looking at it.
Go. What are you looking for? Just kind of admiring
Just
it?
inspecting it, seeing what he's working on.
It's beautiful.
I'm just staring down the barrel of this thing, wondering what's going
Yeah,
on.
while it looks sort of like primitive, you can tell there's this sort of cylindrical center, and there are these green cased jewels from the look of it, sitting inside these 6 chambers.
Can I have this?
He kind of looks up unknowingly that you're messing with his shit. Put that down!
The barrel, like, pointed
Yeah,
right
you're
at my
looking
face.
at it.
Can I have it?
No! Put that down! You're going to kill yourself.
Wouldn't be the worst thing.
Well, at this rate,
You guys pop open the trunk, and he sifts through and grabs these shards that are like bigger than his head. And you see his eyes go like Schmeagol. He's just freaking. Very good.
I believe you owe us a shield or something.
Zaharias will handle your payment. Go see him. Thank you. And he starts like. Hey!
One more question.
What?
Where can we sleep tonight?
I'm gonna put my hands in the chest and stop him from moving it.
Okay. He's only moved it like maybe a half centimeter.
I'm
whenever
like
he tugs.
closing the lid as
Okay.
I do so.
Okay. So it's closed. What was your question? Sorry.
Where can we find some rest?
I'm sure Zaharias has extra lodging inside the building.
my God, what do you do here?
This, and he like gestures to the entirety of his domain, which is littered with like half-finished projects and a firing range down yonder.
I'm gonna look to see if there's any prototypes I like. Anything I can kind of nick out of
Schmooze
existence.
away.
Okay.
Will Josh let you sleight of hand a cannon? Let's find out.
Does Bladesong work with a revolver? It better!
There are a
You just
ton
spin it.
of.
my Bladesong activates with a yeehaw.
It's mostly like martial weapons that you can see have kind of been infused with these Jadarii shards. You see a series of like nunchucks where the bottom end is just this like glow stick looking piece of jade on either end. But something does catch your eye as you're kind of perusing some of these aisles. You see this small, like, brown leather sack, and next to it, these tiny, like, golf ball-sized glass orbs. And inside, there are several, like, ground-up Jadarii shards. They're very tiny, almost like gunpowder or gravel.
I'm going to delicately just pick one of these globes up and kind of just inspect it.
Okay.
Any properties I notice with this?
Give me an arcane check.
Magic.
Ooh, that's 21.
As you look into the kind of inner confines, and again, it's got this thick, what's the expression? I guess, like, you know how you look through, like, glass sometimes and you can see the thickness of it in the refraction, like that. And you're gazing through that, and you gauge that this is meant to be a kind of reactant composition. So when it sort of impacts, it's meant to react pretty volatilely.
What's this?
He kind of pokes his head. You see him, like, climb up on his workbench table and like, scan, because he hears your voice, like, 10 aisles down or whatever, and he's like, "Get back here!
What's this?
Bring it over!" Oh, my goodness.
I'm gonna walk.
Come, I show you. He picks it up. You'll like this one. Ready? And he throws it towards, like, these large straw dummies. And you see, as it hits the ground, the impact, like, shatters the glass exterior. And these these fine, like, jade pellets, for lack of a better word, just shoot out super quick. They, like, glow. And it becomes this, instead of jade, they're like this green fire. Just they just shoot out, and you see the straw man just, like, on fire with this bright green flame.
Grenades.
He, like, looks back to you, like, super proud.
Can
I made that.
Can I have one of those?
I am not at liberty to disperse any of our armaments. Perhaps Zaharias can help you.
I'm gonna lean in and say, "Listen, I can do some field work for you. Test these out and report back to you."
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh.
Frontline testing. Very good.
16. It's pretty persuasive.
He kind of looks up at you. And you can see him scratching this, like, small
I'm only asking for one.
brown beard. That's genius. Yes, if I could get some sort of analytics on these and perhaps find out a way to improve upon the design.
I'm your man.
I like the way you think. Hold on. And you see him scurry around the corner, and he grabs
Comes around the corner,
a single
just
one.
shotguns me. Nice try.
He puts one gently in your palm. Be careful. They will explode if they're hit.
This went so well last time.
Do you have a casing I can put it in, perhaps?
Nope.
Start developing that right away.
That's a good idea.
It'll save.
Probably a couple bits.
Just gonna put it gently in my bag.
Okay.
I'm going to approach him and say, so you do a lot of sort of war magics, right?
Oh yes. It is my job to find out ways to kill people.
Know a thing or two about like swords and
Who?
swords?
Swords.
Yeah, magic and swords and.
Sure.
How's your elvish history?
Rusty, my friend. What can I help you with?
Gonna pull the sword out, immediately stab it into his workbench.
It's still shining like that very like moonlight. At this point, you can see the soft white blue glow.
Boss music.
What can you tell me about this?
It is a moonblade.
If you know your elvish history a little, you'll notice it's only got a couple of runes on it. One particular one. Sparrow.
You see him flick a couple of the lenses like up to unmagnify the image.
You'll notice it has one rune on it.
Uh-huh.
Sparrow.
Sparrow. What does that mean? Is that an elvish word for something?
Well, sparrow's just a bird.
Oh, I knew that.
If you've ever seen a moonblade before,
This is the first one I've seen.
in person
Yes,
or at all,
in person. I might have remembered reading about them in the college, but I'm afraid I won't be much use. Perhaps taking it to the mages' college would bear you more fruit.
immediately whip a book out. Why don't you go ahead and tell me where I can find that college?
Oh.
That'd be a great resource. To
Well
have.
across the ocean, I would. You'd find it in Malistar.
Malistar. My notes are like 1,000 pages away.
Much
You
like
said
your
you were closing the trunk.
I'm currently sitting on it, so we
Okay.
can access it.
Okay.
M-A-L.
For any particular reason?
Because I want to ask him a question.
Okay.
M-A-L.
A-S-T-A-R.
Malistar. And Malistar is occupied by what race of people?
Mostly elves.
Mostly elves.
Your kind of people.
Well, yeah, physically, sure. I mean, these elves could be cannibals. Those wouldn't be my people. That would be silly.
Right.
He's-
Anyway,
He's still got his hands like on the handle as you like sit down. Was there something else you were needing?
Yes, Schem, I had a question for you. You said quality over quantity in times of war. But the UKA has been in peace since the Unification Wars so long ago. Until Myndontos was attacked 3 days ago, unless you knew that was coming.
What is your question? Sorry?
What war are you referring to?
Any war. It is my job to prepare Akaros.
So you
and
sacrifice your own civilians' lives for a war that may never come.
it is no sacrifice. It is an honor to be a Nephrites.
It's an honor if you send them up prepared, give them a fighting chance.
Not at all. Perhaps a cultural difference is all, but our men, they seek to bleed.
Brainwashed, maybe.
Nice.
I'll get up.
Okay.
And
An
I'll
approving looking
storm away.
Multiarch.
He looks kind of like pensive. Like this may have been the first time he's kind of even considering
Yeah, why do we do that?
yeah, you know, he's like is there more than surface value to this? And it immediately dismisses his goldfish brain.
I think we're good.
I already walked off.
Cool.
He kind of like turns around to the back side of the chest and starts like pushing it under the workbench, making very little progress. He's
I'll give you notes on this next time we're here. Have
Yes.
something ready for me.
yes, you must keep me what?
Have something else ready for me on when I
Oh,
return.
another field test.
Of course.
Yes, I can do this.
As we never come back.
I need to get to work.
You never know.
I'll
Make
turn
allies.
to I'll
Make
turn,
allies when you can.
I'll turn to Taros as we leave and just say, "Are you planning on actually testing that for him?" And
I plan on using it.
that didn't answer my question.
I'm just gonna keep walking.
Oh, for continuity's sake, I collected the moonblade. I'll make that clear.
You
I didn't
left
just
it in the
leave it
tent.
there.
You don't
Like,
know
hey,
anything
here's
about
this priceless elven sword that you
yours.
know.
Do you know anything about it? No. Well, it's yours.
So you guys exit the tent and find the other four members of the group kind of like meandering down these lengths of tent, kind of
I'll wait.
peeking in every now and then.
We got to speak to
Thea.
Zacharias.
And the rest of them join up.
Is it Zacharias or Zaharias?
It's like Zacharias, but the C is replaced with an H.
Oh,
So
okay.
Zaharias.
Oh, my bad. Zacharias.
Zacharias.
Zachary.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Speak with him at this hour.
Yes, we just finished the mission. I'm sure he could point us in a direction to sleep, and I believe he owes you a shield, does he not?
It was not my intent to receive one. I believe it was Sondrion who wanted to inherit
I just
it.
liked one. I mean, that's cool.
Anyways,
Perhaps he would be open to it.
someone will get a shield. Let's move on.
We can certainly ask, but
Sure we shouldn't wait till morning?
where is he?
He said that he's in the big building.
The Acropolis?
Not the tent.
Okay. So we're going to talk to him.
Probably should have checked that building first. It's the important one.
Do you want to sleep and do it in the morning, or do you just want to get it out of the way?
We either talk to him and find a tent to sleep in, or sleep on the ground again.
Yeah, I'm not sure my back can take it again.
Let's talk to him.
Then
What
let's
a great
keep
idea.
moving.
Yeah.
Very well.
Let's go bother him.
You guys make your
I'm
way.
going to give myself a round of applause. Bravo. Very smart, Taro.
You make your way up these large, like sandstone-colored steps, and after a dozen or so, you find yourself in the main hallway that kind of bisects the Acropolis. Immediately in the first room to your right, the door still sitting slightly ajar, is Zaharias sitting at this large mahogany desk, not unsimilar to the one he had inside his ship. It's almost, oddly enough, like an identical replica. He's got the rocking chair and the bookshelves.
It's a freaking portal.
However, sort of
Make it look
obstructing your view to Zaharias is this large, kind of bushy, orange and white tail, as this figure kind of stands between, and you can hear kind of this light conversation. I'm not sure there's anything we can do about it, but I'll have my men keep searching. I think that would be in your best interest, Captain. Very well, sir. I'll send out the search. And he kind of snuffs his nose, and you see him like turn around and lock eyes with most of you, kind of lingering on you, Aris. And kind of walks by this.
I'm gonna attempt to touch the tails of Boxline.
it's as he turns around, you see this large, like vulpine creature, this fox-like face with a short snout, bright orange coloring, and these kind of tufts of these almost mutton chops that kind of puff out at the cheek, and this sort of shortened mohawk down the length of, or I'm sorry, cresting the top of his head. He kind of looks at the lot of you.
What kind of expression's on his face?
Indifference. He's you immediately you see him kind of like the gears are turning, like he's got to get to work, like he's about to go do some shit, and he kind of locks eyes with you. And you notice on his hip a similar
The big iron.
mechanism to the invention you held just moments ago. Two of them on either hip.
Oh shit! It is a big iron.
So it's a humanoid dog man?
Fox
Foxman?
Yeah.
Does the fox say
Okay.
I don't know. Probably something fucking annoying.
I'll go,
He kind of steps like within a less than comfortable distance between whoever is immediately in the doorway.
I'm still gonna try and touch his tail.
Okay. You go to like grab a handful of this fluff, and you feel it like almost autonomously like flip out of your hand. And he kind of looks back. Pardon me.
Just kind of stand in front of him. Just not really move.
Is he like in the doorway right now?
Me,
Yeah.
the Vulpine guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean he's walking towards the doorway, which I assume you guys were crowding.
I'll get out of the way. He won't though.
I'm gonna pull ours aside.
You can see him kind of like give you this almost snarled, kind of cocky,
I'm gonna have no
cheeky smile.
reaction, no emotion.
You see
It's
these, these sharpened teeth. Just
I'll go, down boy, that one catches arrows.
thank you kindly.
I will be staring at him the whole, like a broken Gmod bot, just tracking him as I'm confused by whatever he
It's
is.
a lot of you, if you're staring intently.
Why are you
Can
hairy?
give me a perception check.
I am not good at this.
I don't know if I should roll. I'm just.
You
looking-
seem indifferent.
He has a very fluffy tail.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
It's
I got
just
a
fluffy.
16.
Okay.
Is the tail soft?
Oh, extremely.
Oh.
That makes sense because you are.
Like he uses a shampoo with conditioner.
Oh.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
16.
I know
16?
everything, I know
You have
everything
an
about this
8.
motherfucker.
14.
14. 16? the two of you.
Damn.
And Taurus, as you kind of as he passes you, you notice in the kind of underside of his ear, just where the neck kind of meets these pointed ears, there is a patch of hair missing, sort of in some sort of design, but you can't quite catch it as he quickly kind of makes his way past you. Aris, you catch a glimpse of what seems to be this falling comet design almost. It's this teardrop pretty much, and the inside has a star.
Is it like a tattoo or
It's
is it
it's
like a
for
brand?
design?
it's a shaving,
Okay.
I guess, a shaven tattoo.
Would I know what that's?
You can roll history.
Hmm.
You can certainly try.
A second nat 20.
11.
11. No, never seen it before. You recognize the iconography, that it resembles some kind of like star.
Yeah.
But that's all it means to you. You're just like neat tat. So he kind of meanders his way, and you see as he's walking down the length of these sandstone halls, he kind of checks back.
I'm just gonna go in there.
Shall we go in?
Yeah. Approach Zaharias.
Back already.
Yeah, who was that guy?
That's my Captain Commander, Caicus.
Caicus.
Captain Commander Caicus.
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 Well-trained dog.
Pardon?
Nothing.
So, how'd it go?
Pretty well.
Well,
I would strongly suggest stopping sending unarmed men up there.
come again?
Unarmed men up to the mountain. Saw a bunch of bodies there. Just wearing tunics.
He's kind of like looking at you like, fuck are you talking about? All right, I'll take that into consideration.
Insight check.
Okay.
See if he even knows what's going on.
Okay.
What he's talking about. 10.
10. He knows.
Okay.
He's like, this is part of.
Just trying to see if Shem's a bullshitter.
No, both of them seem to.
I don't like Shem.
Okay.
Unconcerned with the local culture.
Yeah, he's just like, this is what it is. This
That's
is
what
our
they
life.
do.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
But yeah, we got your wings. Gave it to Schem. Told us you pay us.
All right.
What else was there? Saw aqua trees. They're really big. The Jadarii.
You're back. You got the shards, and
Wait, I'm almost there. And then
the rest of
No,
you
we're
are looking at this very fatigued. Even from the length of time it took you to depart the camp and return, Zaharias seems to have aged like overnight, at least 5 years.
Oh.
Just wrought with worry and just tired.
I heard you're looking for something, Zaharias.
What's that?
You tell me. You and your captain in command.
Oh, that's. Well, you know what? That might be something y'all can help me with.
well, solves one problem for you.
It's a bit more in depth, this endeavor, but well, help is always appreciated, and unfortunately, I'm running thin on surveillance, I suppose. There's been a string of kidnappings in the mainland. I'm just now hearing about it since my return from my trip to Myndontos. And he kind of like fans out this almost half dozen sheets of what look like missing posters. Basically, it's got a not too badly illustrated face of the person missing, and in in bold black font at the top, it just says missing. And there's
Like descriptors.
yeah,
of the-
exactly.
Your
series.
standard missing poster.
Yeah, and there are
Contact information. Gold, maybe.
possible boards?
There are 5 of them sitting on the desk that he kind of fans out.
I'm just gonna kind of like scan through the faces. Are there any that seem me immediately recognizable at all?
Nope.
Okay.
You can. I mean, you can certainly make some kind of history check, but you've not been to Acaros before, correct? Okay. Then
I mean,
I'll just save you the time. You wouldn't
No.
know it. You do kind of read that, like it says locals, like these are locals missing.
Mhm.
So you don't know any of them, but you do notice one of the missing people is of elven heritage. That's about the only thing that catches your eye.
I'm gonna just snag that one.
Okay. You kind of grab it and you're poring over it.
Are these all from the same area?
Everybody's from Acaros. The mainland has, I guess, been dealing with this kind of stuff for the past couple of weeks. I haven't had time to investigate or even send anybody to look into it, but, well, we owe it to their families to do something.
I'm going to roll up the paper, put it in my coat there, and say, "Who can we talk to about this? Who's leading the investigation right now?"
Well, it would be you that would have head, but,
No local law enforcement heading this up?
Do you have any people who you might suspect or think it's wildlife?
there's information mostly on the documentation here of some details, but you could check in and as you're kind of like, as he says that, you kind of scan through and you see there's a little bit of like information. The one in particular that you grabbed is what do you call those? Like, what's the proper term for a missing poster? A bolo, if you will. Missing person report is for one Cyanidel Perfloa, who was a elven female of 128 years old, and it states where she worked. Her occupation was at a brothel by the name of the King's Mistress.
I'm gonna lean over to Ars and
I'm
be
going
like,
to the King's Mistress.
Oh. I'm gonna lean over to you and just loud enough for you to hear and say, "Why do they care about these missing people?"
Why do we care about these missing people? Yeah, that's what I mean.
Here's an
Okay,
offer,
there.
Zaharias. You want help, and we want to help innocent people. Why don't you owe us some answers instead of coin for this about Myndontos?
Coin instead of.
Oh,
I'm sorry. It seems like you
my
best
portion.
hash that out with your group first.
Yeah, the
How about
big
coin and
the,
info?
the big one does not speak for me.
The Jades were for the answers.
The shards.
Yeah.
You want to trade coin instead of. I'm sorry. You want to trade information instead of the coin you would have received.
I would like my coin actually.
Nah, we need money.
I'd even compromise for half and half.
Something.
I care not for coin.
What kind of information would you like? I'll help any way I can.
Well, we have inside information that you may know more about what happened in Myndontos than you're letting on.
Kind of sits back in his rocking chair and crosses his arms. And what exactly might you need to inquire?
Well,
Again, not like defensively, but he's just like,
Intrigued.
yeah, he's very intrigued. He's like, what
Let's see where this goes.
What do
yeah,
you
what's
think?
going on?
I want to know how much of the future of Myndontos you want to be part of your own legacy, and what you would do to make it happen.
Well, Myndontos isn't something that's exactly up for grabs, as it's the seat of the Senate. Doesn't necessarily belong to one particular person, however. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested in a little more political influence.
The attack must have been awfully convenient then. Attack on Myndontos. You're part of a military province of the UKA. Maybe you can step in and make things right. Show a little bit of force.
Well, sure. I mean, it's my time to shine. That is my jurisdiction to have my military at a cry's call away. But by no means did I hope for this. If anything, it's a huge pain in the ass. And you see, again, he kind of gestures to these stacks of like, just legislation, just a ton of like red tape that he's kind of sifting through to kind of navigate the Myndontos incident.
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah. What are you trying to derive?
Well, when he said I didn't hope for this, I want to.
Oh, okay.
I got a 10.
Let me think about that.
Feel free to step in.
So
I just want my gold.
it didn't. You catch this glance, this kind of look in his eyes as he's kind of pensively considering his answer. And after a moment of apprehensiveness, you sense that it wasn't necessarily premeditated, that this was an action born of opportunity. So he's being relatively forthright.
Trying to think of my response real fast.
Yeah, you're fine. Anybody else have any pressing questions while Maltiak is racking his brain?
Not while there's people around.
The Sapphire Eagles that attacked Myndontos.
Sure.
That, like Maltiak said, awfully convenient. Why was there no guards or occupying military force in Myndontos if you have so many of your own?
And we're on site.
They got in the city pretty easy, didn't they?
I'm not sure how up to date with the UK's politics you are, but I've been receiving a bit of pushback. Lots of people feel that my influence on the lands is a bit unwarranted, a bit too strong.
So you...
My men were clear out of Myndontos months before the invasion. And it seems like you're insinuating I preemptively pulled them.
If your men were out of the city, why were you there
Hang
at
on
all?
now, son. It seems like you may be accusing me of condemning them people?
Just asking a question. You have such a large military force. You want more political power? It seems like you supplying the defenses would have helped accomplish that.
Son, I would never.
I'd like to incite that comment.
Which one?
Shoot.
All of it.
You're insinuating that I would blah blah blah?
Yeah, his hostility, his defensiveness at that stage.
Okay. Seeing if it's genuine or...
Yeah,
Defensive or offended.
Okay.
yeah. That's
Can we
solid.
roll above an 8?
We're not doing too hot.
12.
Inside
Sorry,
check.
guys.
It's a 12.
You don't necessarily derive a strong feeling either way, but again, for someone you've had, 3 conversations with at this point,
Mm.
you have no reason to believe he's not being forthright.
Okay.
Well, at least for my personal motives, I want to see Myndontos avenged. People in those cities lost their lives, and I don't want to stand for that. I think the Sapphire Eagles should pay. And anything you can do to help me find the Eagles,
Yeah.
I'd be appreciative.
To reassert my question, though, if your men were pulled out of the city months ago, why were you there?
We had a council meeting earlier that day. I'm sure you may have heard, well, no, you've been out on a journey. Several of the other Kivanitases have been, well, they weren't as fortunate as the rest of us. I've heard word of 4 that have fallen.
I think we can all agree it's been a long day.
Indeed.
Is there any place we can rest? Maybe we can talk more.
There's a couple of spare rooms down at the eastern wing. You're welcome to.
Thank you.
I'm going to terribly try to imitate his accent.
Oh no.
Much obliged.
You just see this again wave of fatigue, and that is like the straw that breaks the camel's back. He's just
And I'll spit at his feet. And I'll walk away.
he just good night.
I'm gonna hang back until they're all out of
You ever had the NPC in the conversation? That's a move.
Get out.
Let's talk about something else. Goodbye.
Yeah, I'll head out.
You good? So everybody's out except for Taurus. Taurus, you're lingering.
I'm gonna shut the door behind them once they're all out.
I'm gonna go out of there, but I'm gonna hang tight around the door. Try to eavesdrop a little bit.
I'm gonna look at ours and give them a wink, and then just shut the door.
Okay.
And, is there a chair I can sit in across from this one?
There are two.
I will sit in one of them, put my feet on the other chair.
Okay.
I will sit in both.
He's been like just rubbing his temples this whole time. If you guys have been exiting, so he hears the door shut, and you just see him like open his eye and see you still sitting there.
I'll pull out the cigar, and I'll hand it to him. You could use a smoke.
I'm trying to quit.
Well, today's not that day, old man.
Make a persuasion check.
13.
How much convincing?
And you
does it
can
take?
see like the cogs start turning as this man is like battling his inner demons. He's like,
I'm gonna light it. With my I'm gonna light it so he starts to smell it a little bit. I can't smoke it and it would go to waste.
he grabs it, takes a couple puffs. You see a faint cloud kind of puff out of his mouth, and this complete relaxation just kind of go over his body.
Good cigar will do that to
I
you.
know, right? Good Nicaragua.
I think it's pretty obvious that I don't quite care for those people. Sorry for you.
Wow.
Not you guys, the people of the city. He would know what I'm talking about. There is something else I'm after.
And what might that be?
Listen, me and you have been pretty friendly.
Not much of that going on with your friends here. They all think me some kind of fucking criminal.
You probably are. Nobody's clean.
Tw-
Listen, I don't
There's
care.
some truth to that.
I don't care what you did to the city. I know you had a hand in it. That's not my business.
You see the embers kind of like go hot for a second and then stop. And then
And I'll-
continue.
And I'll look at him. I have a name, and I need you to be honest with me, because I have, for the most part, been honest with you. Do you know of a man named Feldus?
Feldus? As in, sorry.
I thought you were about to say Feldus Dick. I would have died.
I was thinking that.
Feldus as in, the North Post Feldus. Haven't had much dialogue with him, but I know he still resides here.
Where's he at?
He works at a communications post. He's a courier, basically.
How far from here is he?
Down in the mainland, you can follow the main street for 15 minutes, maybe.
Is he,
Big bright sign, you can't miss it, son.
it's pretty late. You think he'd be up?
He might not be there, but they're open 24/7. He normally works in the mornings. I would check back with him then.
Very well. I'll stand up and say,
Hey, tell your friends to stop being so damn mean to me.
hurt your fucking feelings. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look at him and go. I would feel bad for you if I cared. I'll just turn around. And I'll open the door. And
Kind of breaks him a little bit. He's just like,
I'll open the door and say, you know, they really do care about that city. For what reason, I don't know. But maybe giving them some more information would smooth things over. It could be an asset to you if we knew that you weren't up to shady business. And if you are, best pray the big one does not find out.
do I know your name at this point? Have we exchanged names?
Yeah, I think when we were doing the book thing. If
Good
not,
night,
we'll do-
Taros.
Sleep tight. And I'll just shut the door behind me.
You see him take the cigar and like put it out.
You wasted half a stone.
As soon as that door is shut, I'm gonna look at Taros and.
Yeah, were you just hanging by the
I-
door for him?
Yep.
I knew he was. That's why.
Oh,
I
okay.
was
So
shut.
you're like,
Yeah.
you're saying it's cool.
Yeah,
I'm
there.
gonna kind of whisper. What hand did he have in Myndontos?
I don't know. He was. You missed it when I was telling the rest of the group, but he had some sort of hand in it. He said that the city that he is left with now is in ruins because of the barbarians. So
It's interesting.
most likely plot is he either willingly pulled his men out so the attack would come and it would make him look like the hero showing up. It would make his presence more needed and they would give him more power, or I don't know, maybe it's just all a coincidence. I don't really care.
How defensive he got when I brought that up. It makes me wonder if he had a hand in the fall of my order. He pulls his men out a few months before the raid. That's around the same time that I returned to my monastery and it was in flames.
You're free to ask him as many questions as you'd like, but I don't know.
I won't get a straight answer on that one.
I will say that if he's the head of the military and it's his job to keep people safe, perhaps he was more angry and defensive at himself for his own failure.
There's a lot to uncover here.
If we keep taking these odd jobs, I'm sure you can get your answer from him eventually. Just means more face time with him.
Guess you're right.
Why don't you go get yourself something to drink, and we'll see you in the morning.
Can't say no to that. I'm gonna go look for some liquor.
Okay.
I'm going to the barracks to take a nap.
Okay.
All this scheming's making my head hurt.
So as you head down the main like bisecting hall, you turn in the rightmost quarter where there are a series of like 10 doors, 5 on either side, all of which pretty much sit ajar except for like 2 of them. You know, one on this corner and one on the opposite side. So 8 of them sit vacant. I suppose this is good night then.
Yeah.
He kind of like starts pulling at the strings that hold his leather pauldrons on. Oh. What's the plan for tomorrow? Ow.
Wake up and go asking around the town about some of these missing people.
Who's got the rest of the papers, by the way?
I would take.
I'll have grabbed
Oh,
this.
okay, go ahead. I would have taken one.
So you have Cyanodel. You have the other 4.
Yes.
Excellent. You're going drinking.
Yeah.
You're going to sleep. Everybody else going to sleep, or is anybody else
I'm-
doing anything?
I'm putting my stuff down, and I'll make a comment. You know, if we are more friendly to the old man, he might be more willing to give us information. Don't quite care about his feelings, but he's close to breaking, and I don't want him to break against us. Just a
Regardless,
thought.
regardless of what we may think of his involvement, we should not treat him any lesser than any man deserves until we're certain he deserves it.
Well, I'll see you in the morning. I'm gonna go shower.
A what?
Shower. Water.
I think
Make
you're just
you clean.
mispronouncing shower.
You mean a bath? What is a what?
I'm just gonna raise my hand and start.
Just blast him right in the skull.
No, but I will do it and just go. Shh, shh, shh.
It's the frustrated cleric move, just casting silence.
I'll just be like cleaning my armor on the bed.
Okay. So everybody's in their own individual quarters at this point?
Sandran, before I go,
Not you. You're drinking. Looking for a drink anyway.
there's a place I'd like to start in the morning to search for your elf. They might have some information.
Oh, okay.
I
Anywhere you want to tell me now, or you just want to tell me in the morning?
we'll see in the morning.
Okay.
And then I'm going through.
Good night, Taurus.
Pleasant dreams.
Good night, everyone.
He gives you a good night, Thea.
Violence.
Just get together already.
Get
Good
together
night,
with Arvis.
buddy.
Buddy old pal.
Sorry, I'm
She
shipping.
goes, "You're my best friend."
I'm
and
shipping
he just
Briseis and Arvis here.
Shoves the spear right into his mouth.
I love you,
last campaign and all.
So everybody retires to their beds. Aris is opening every flap of every tent. Y'all got some drink?
Y'all got some water.
Fuck is it? At this point, everybody can long rest and level up.
Hey, I'm so
Let's
level up.
rock and go.
That probably peaked pretty high.
5 check.
And that is where we will conclude this week's episode. Please tune in next time. Same D&D place, same D&D time. Did I get that right, Sam?
Same D&D time, same D&D channel.
I'm only human.
Like,
We'll see you
comment,
next weekend.
subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe, smash the notification bell so you can stay up to date with us as soon as possible. Do put in the comments if there, like I said, if there's any content you guys are burning to see from us or just in general. We would love to start making content for you, the people.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I hope you enjoy your week. We'll see you next Saturday.
Much obliged.
See ya.